Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never gotta box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
And
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Jusdu. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Jusdu, man. Much love and respect.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the fam. We back again. Yeah, I thought y'all wasn't gonna see me again. Wrong. We back. We gonna build on this boxing like we always do. We came back to clean up the plate, and anything we missed, we gonna cover it, man. We gonna cover it. My dog, all things, always in the building. Ghetto Fab, what it do? Yes, sir. The 2P, Dante's Boxing Talk, my homie, 2 cents. Steph in the building was good, man. Hit the like button, support the grind. We building. We on the road to 10K. Tell a friend to sub up, and we gonna get to this boxing. How we always do, man. These grand arrivals happened earlier while we was live cooking this morning, or early this afternoon. And I didn't think we was gonna miss too much. I don't think we missed too much. You just got to hear from the fighters a little bit, see the face-offs, kind of gauge the energy. I was able to see that all these guys look like they in shape. Everybody look like they on weight. And I'm just ready to see the fight, man. I'm going to keep talking about these fights all the way up until they happen this weekend, man. I'm locked in. I can't wait to see it. But Can't also forget about, Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor part 3. And that's going to have Savannah Marshall and, my girl Shadeja Green on the card. So we got a good weekend of boxing coming up. But, I see everybody still tripping about Turkey and that Tom and Jerry stuff, man. And, I came here to talk about a little bit of what Shakur said. It was brief, but I like the way he responded to the Tom and Jerry shit. I don't know why they keep asking him about that shit. Like, I mean, I get it, but if you really watch how the man fight, you got to know that, I don't give a damn who Turkey was talking to. He going to fight how he fight regardless. Like, he won't be tricked out of his position. He going to do whatever he see fit to get the win. That's how he move. And it's not going to be nothing different. You're not switching up. That's just what it is. And I think that's what we're going to see. So Zepeda, look, he coming to throw a bunch of punches. We know this. But it's up to Shakur to make sure he don't land those punches. So he throw what you want. If he ain't landing it, then it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to be in there with a much sharper fighter than he's ever been in front of. And, look, pressure could always bust pipes, man, if a guy's not prepared and skilled enough to deal with it, right? Ain't calm and cool enough under the pressure to be able to deal with what's coming at him. But then, man, I see Shakur figuring it out, finding a way. I think he got more than enough tools to get this job done. It's just a matter of how he want to look and what kind of statement he looking to make. That's all it is at the end of the day. Zepeda 30+ fights and shit. Like I say, he got more fights than Shakur. What he got? And about 10 more fights. So yeah, you got more pro experience as far as fights, yeah. But I think it's just gonna be a different level, and he gonna find that out soon. So I just can't wait for it because I hear all the different takes. And I'm gonna be honest, man. We hear the same shit every single time this man fight, especially if it's somebody that has a quality about him that makes them stand out. In Zepeda's case, like we all know and we've been stating and people been stating over and over, right? Shout out to Cigar Talk because people can't mention enough about the punches he throw, how many punches he throw. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie 2 Cents. William Zepeda throws more punches than anyone in boxing today. You get what I'm saying? They saying he averaged about, I don't know, like 94 punches around or something like that. And he connect on like, I gotta pull that up, man. This is because we talking about it. So it's like, I might as well pull it up. Let me see if I can get it. And I look, this just makes the fight more intriguing. Look, pressure bust pipes and make diamonds, right? I keep saying that. That's something that Shakur has always stated. He keeps saying it. He always say that. You get me? That's what you want to see, bro. You want to see let me get this. You want to see him test it. And I heard somebody ask the question, why would it take a certain fighter for him to show the best version of himself? That's kind of like self-explanatory. You figure the tougher the challenge, if you're really like that, then you're going to continue to elevate according to the challenge that's in front of you. So when he say William Zepeda could possibly bring the best out of me, that's a possibility. And that's something we hoping for. That's what I want to see. I want to see just how good this dude is. I've heard every story that you could think of. I'm pretty sure it's plenty of stories I ain't heard, but I didn't heard it all about this kid. He doing everything as far as preparation, handling his business, crossing his T's, dotting his I's. I'm being told he's doing exactly that. So whether or not that transitions into a phenomenal win, spectacular win, we about to find out. We damn sure about to find out. I love this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And let's talk about it because he's been challenged in his career. It's been step ups or title opportunities. There's no guarantee that you're going to win a title when you step in there. You see people lose all the time. You will see a dude be challenging for a title for a third or fourth time and ain't win yet. Every time he stepped in there, it's a title fight, whether it's a title defense, he's stepping on shit. When it's time for him to perform, he do. Everybody asked back then, what would he do with Jamel Herring? He showed you. Let's see how he handle Oscar Valdez. He showed you. Whoop his ass. That's how you handle him. You get in there and beat his ass just like you beat everybody else's ass. You get what I'm saying? Don't play no games. This kid ain't about to play no games. He got a real challenge on his hands. This dude is threatening everything that he's been building his entire career. He can't afford to lose to this dude because he throw a lot of punches. So what? You better find a way around that shit. And that's how I'm looking at it. I'm pretty sure that's how he looking at it. He like, hey, man, I'm accepting this challenge. I ain't seen somebody like this since the amateurs. So I got to be prepared. I might have to fight more than I ever had to fight. And that shit might be true. But hey, man, I love his response. A1, shout out to BJ, my homie, man. What's good with it, bro? Ace, my dog. All love, bro. A1 Hoop Zone. Shout out to you, bro. Cal Cooler back in the building. Shout out to everybody pulling back up the rock with your boy. And what's this? My guy showing love. Dante's Boxing Talk, man. He says 4 p.m. Y'all know real boxing talk time. Shout out to you. Appreciate the continued support for that dub in the Cash App. Much love, much appreciation to my home.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to my homie Dante. Let's keep building, man. Much love to you, Brody. Much love, man. We back. Samuel, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Pugilism in the building. Go for Shakur TKL. Styles make fights. It paid to give Shakur all the openings and moments to let Shakur get to work. Yeah, man. I think so. Dank, what it do? Yes, sir. We back. God's self in the building. Blue Hustle, man. What it do, homie? Appreciate you. We right back building, man. With the grind don't stop. We gonna get to our 10K and we gonna keep rocking, man. Shout out to everybody that been rocking with. But yeah, let's get to this, man. This is interesting. And look, I want to see the fight bad now because I want to see what he made of. I want to see. I ain't seen him go up against nobody that's throwing 94 punches and some change. You get what I'm saying? That's a lot of work. That's a lot of firepower, bro. You know, is the master of distance and range control? Is he coming to shut this shit down? You get me? Neutralize him. You get me? What he coming to do? You hear me? You gotta come to beat Buddy ass. My bad, y'all. My bad. I was on mute for a second. Y'all hit the like button. Let's keep going. I had to pull this picture up for y'all real quick. You know, this graphic is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Najee because he posted it. Cigar Talk. You know, they last 5 fights. This is interesting, man. If you see they KO and TKO rate, see they punch percentage connect, right? It's 38 for Core, 35 for Zepeda, not bad. Power punch accuracy, 43 for Zepeda, 47 for Core. Average punches, 35 for Core, 94.3. That's the biggest discrepancy on all of this. 94.3. This man, I gotta give it to him, yo. This man get in there and go to work. Williams Zepeda don't care where he punch you at, as long as he punching you, yo. So that is what makes him dangerous. And as I said, as I've been breaking down this fight and talking about it, I believe personally the same things that make him dangerous make him susceptible to getting caught with shots. Get what I'm trying to say? So let's see if, like I said, the master of distance and range control can use that effectively to neutralize and lower the punch output. Because I'm telling you, after 3 or 4 rounds, if he can't throw the kind of punches and get up to the kind of volume that he's looking to get to, it's going to be a tough night for him. If Shakur can't slow down the the punch output and maintain and tame that pressure, that dog in Zepeda, the fight gets extremely tough for him. But as I said, we do a little bit of homework over here, and we notice, Zepeda is a two-handed fighter, but he's more so dangerous with that right hand, and his left hand isn't as good as the right, obviously. And we know Shakur, he eat a lot of left hands, and he got a tendency to cross his feet. There's a couple of things that he do wrong from a fundamental and a technical standpoint that I think a sharp, fundamentally sound, technically sound boxer could take advantage of, right? That's what I think. Shakur's accuracy. If you look at these punch stats, the biggest discrepancy is the punches thrown per round. But we all know Shakur don't got to throw that many punches like that, but he still let his hands go. So this could be a fight where you have to really, really dig deep and throw a lot, or he might just neutralize this guy, like he said, and get an easier win. And let's see how he decides to approach this fight. It's going to be important because you can't let Zepeda settle into any rhythm. You can't let him get comfortable throwing a bunch of punches and being in your wheelhouse. You get what I'm saying? That fight gets tough. So you got to keep Zepeda out of your chest, straight like that. Ain't no other way around it. You can't lie. Or you know what? When he do get close, tie him up when you need to, and you work in the inside. You sharper inside fighter than he is. I think you could pick better shots and neutralize him. And it's just all up to him. If you watch Shakur closely, he's also physical when he needs to be as well. So I need to see some of that. I would like to see some of that. Just go in his bag and be him. Have fun out there, like they say, man. Go out there and show that there's levels to this shit. And it's going to take more than a guy throwing a bunch of punches to beat you. What those 90-something punches, one thing this graphic don't show with those 94.3 punches around is that in throwing that many punches, there's several openings. You can get countered. You can get hit. You know what I mean? You can get hit with blind shots that you don't see. We seen him get dropped with fighting Tevin Farmer going, toe to toe, and Tevin landed one on him and put him down. So I don't know, man. I think Shakur is ready. His hands look healthy. He looked like he in top shape. Mentally, he sound like he's ready to go. He really do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to A1. You see what my guy said, man. Jerry gonna be beating Tom ass. If you calling me Jerry gonna be beating Tom ass. Straight like that. I ain't got to go back and forth with y'all. Oh, I'm Jerry, right? All right, bet. Now, y'all remember the cartoons though, right? Y'all remember the cartoons more times than not. Jerry did get it off on Tom an awful lot, bro. You get what I'm saying? And in this case, you know what I'm saying? You remember the mouse that could fight that used to beat Tom up? That's who Shakur gonna be on the fight night. Don Roy, what it do? He said he trash, flat-footed. His feet cross up every now and then. It's like, listen, I don't think he's overrated because I don't think nobody rates him too highly, Don, but he is ranked, I think, like number one in the sanctioning body. So you at least gotta respect that. He put the wins in to get to the point. To get to this point, they didn't just give it to him, right? And he took his time getting to this title shot because he 33 fights in just now getting his title shot. So I don't think he's overrated, but I think he got things about him that can make the fight entertaining and exciting. And if he's to be successful, he can cause issues with the activity and the pressure that he like to bring. Being a two-handed fighter, being willing to hit you anywhere, like that's the thing about him. He don't wait for a perfect shot. That also makes him very dangerous, but susceptible to being countered. Right? Because he's not a technically sound, perfect guy, right? Like he just go. He like a buzzsaw. He get in there and wherever he hits you, he just trying to chop you, break you, wear you down. You know what I mean? He is a good body puncher. We seen that in the fight with Giovanni Cabrera. He stopped him. You know what I'm saying? Can he get to Shakur's body? Can he hurt him to the body? Can he accelerate the pace and go to his body and make it a tough fight down the stretch? All these things, we got real questions, and it's good. It's okay. This is what we had these fights for, bro. But again, like I've been saying, skills pay the bills, and not being available for somebody when they throw is one of the ways to neutralize that punch output. And I expect him to do that. He's been a master at distance and controlling range in each of his fights, even in his worst night. So definitely on a good night, I expect him to do it. You know what I'm saying? Core gonna turn into Mighty Mouse. He gonna be beating ass. You feel me? Shout out to Cash Sports, the box story, man. That Core, about comfortable you do. There's levels to it. Talk to him, bro. Talk to him. So you giving Zepeda, yeah, you got to. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to speak on the other side, being just doing. I'm a realist. Like Zepeda not trash, and I know what Don is saying. He like, man, they just hyping him up. I get it, but it ain't that they just hyping him up. Over here, I like to put things in context. I think it's what he brings to the table. It's the styles that make the fight the most intriguing. But we also feel like what a lot of people, what we've been seeing is a matter of like, levels being shown between the two, right? So from a skill standpoint, it leans over into Shakur, but the physical side, bringing pressure, being gritty, people feel like that leans in Zepeda's favor. Shakur is a guy that's looking to box, pile up points, take advantage of his openings, and just beat you, take away your confidence. And like Sean Porter put it, turn off what you like to do. That's his game. But is Zepeda going to be able to counter what Shakur want to do with that pressure, just throwing punches, right? Being, careless. Like, he don't give a damn. He'll take shots in the process too. So Zepeda is a guy that even if you punch him in his face, he's still gonna be throwing punches. You gotta get rid of him or beat him up. I want to see if Shakur can like from a mental standpoint, turn him off. Like I've seen him do a lot of fighters. I've seen him really make guys question themselves in the ring, and you can see it. And once that happens, it's game, set, match. Your ass is cooked. That's what I want to see. If he able to do that to Zepeda, man, you just got to give him the credit. Just from a stylistic standpoint, it's two contrasting styles. This shit could go wrong for either guy if preparation is not up to par. You get what I'm saying? But as I've been stating and as I've been hearing consistently, he's saying Shakur been taking care of things in camp, bringing in the right people, the right sparring. They say he is exceptionally, he looking exceptionally sharp right now, man. So I'm feeling good about his chances of going in there doing his thing. You get me? I just want to see him win and do it in a special fashion. You know what I mean? Really show out on this dude. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody rocking out with me again, man. We had to pull up for this build the second time around the clock. Yeah, Zepeda gonna get some of his just due. We gotta at least acknowledge the fact that he brings some qualities to the table that Shakur, at least for as far as being a professional in 23 fights, he hasn't seen this style, right? Since the amateurs, as he put it. So I'm just going off his words. So, how are you going to deal with it? Something you haven't seen in quite a while, right? We're gonna get all our answers fight night. And I love this fight, man. Shout out to Zepeda. I'm glad he took it. I'm glad Shakur got the right fight. I don't give a damn if they put it on the prelims. I'm watching. You hear me? Pay that man. I just want to see what he's gonna do. He got the right name in front of him, the right opponent. This is the guy he's supposed to be fighting, being that the main guy has got other smoke going on. So let him take care of that. Shakur, step on this dude. Everything, all that Kid Austin, clout chasing off your name, put all that shit into this. Beat Zepeda ass, man. Nothing against Zepeda, but your ass getting cooked, bro. You not coming home with that belt. Telling you, take Newark, New Jersey out there to NYC and cook his ass, bro. You get me? Show Mr. 94 punches around that you can't do that shit against me. You get me? Shout out to the Queen Lisa. How you feeling today? Always good to hear steps. I hear you, man. That nigga, it ain't that good. I gotta get Reef. What it do, homie? You say Shakur will cry, feed me more X. Shit, he might. Nah. See, look. We not gonna do that, though. We not gonna start labeling African Americans this because it's insulting. You got to know where you at, bro. You got to learn how to read the room. Feed me more X. Like, usually people will block you for that, but I'm just trying to let you know that we don't talk like that. That's weird. African Americans don't lack shit when it comes to boxing, bro. Is in fact, we run the fucking sport. So, like, let's be clear with that. And I don't even like the term African American, but let's not do that. Dank, what it do, homie? Nah, it ain't no compared to no blacks in the UK. That's being weird. Listen, as melanated fighters hold this shit down. That's what I like to use. That's the term I like to use. That's the one I'm comfortable with. You get me? Melanated, athletic mind, my dog. Man, I've been meaning to get. I gotta get with my boy, man. I gotta hit you up, man. 94 punches around getting beat up. You hear me, Samuel? You hear me? Another Oscar Valdez type performance. And look, that shit was clean. If he can turn off Williams Zepeda and stop this dude from throwing a bunch of punches, bro, I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Nah, I don't think that's it. I don't think they like people are from where they're from, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they I don't look at it that way. But that's you entitled to your opinion. But look, we like to talk boxing, man. We don't like to categorize people blacks and African Americans this and we just like fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? Shakur, we like Zepeda, we like Shakur. I like what Zepeda bring. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason not to like that kid. He hungry. He coming to win. You know what I'm saying? He got 33 wins under his belt. He trying to make it 34. But Shakur is not going. You get me? Shakur is not going. You did. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. If I'm wrong, I'll be up here to cry a little bit. I might actually cry a little bit. I'm just joking, by the way. But I'm fully confident in Shakur and what he's capable of doing. Like I said, it's all about preparation. Fights like this, because it's not like it's a lack of talent. It's not a lack of skill. It's not a lack of experience. None of that shit on Shakur's behalf. He's not too old. He's youthful. All them things. He's not some injury-prone, beat-up guy. He don't got tons of miles on him and stuff like that. So He don't lack none of those things. It's all about preparation and execution. When you are talented in the way that he is, and this is just my humble opinion, when you are of the cloth of a Shakur Stevenson, it's all about your preparation and execution on fight night. That's it. That's all. It ain't no, I gotta be like this. You gotta do it like, nah. It's all about his preparation, the work that he put in camp, and how that transitions over into the fight. The more confident this man is, the more acid he's gonna be. Trust me. If Williams Zepeda is not punching away in a way that's dangerous or detrimental for him, you're gonna see him open up more. I'm telling you now. If he being super busy early or trying to be, I feel like Shakur is gonna box in a way that's gonna try to neutralize that or nullify some of that punch output while he pick his shots. But Zepeda, make no mistake, in close he could be dangerous because he's a guy that don't care where he let his hands go. He just throw. You know what I'm saying? He don't care if you punching your hips, arms, elbows, forearms, gloves. You get me? He punching. He just want to punch. So that's what Shakur understands, and I think he gonna box his ass. He says pay to look 46. Shout out to my dog. Another interview just dropped in the Ring magazine. Whoa, Howard. We might could cover it before we, you know why we here. The Butcher, what it do? Putting a lot into his fight, making want Shakur to win just for you, but I got paid about decision. Nah, rock with your guy, the Butcher. That's all good. Mike J said Shakur by running. Nah, man, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that, man. Hey, man, feed me more X. I'm trying to let you live, but you being super weird, man. Your comments ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You get what I'm saying? You talking weird, bro. Like, I don't like weird shit. I've been checking it lately. So let's talk boxing and not bullshit. All right. And Mike J, if you think he run, name me the fights that he run. Go ahead and go. Queso, my guy, what it do? Bro, yeah, you being a little weird. You gotta relax, bro, with the race stuff, man. We ain't off that. I'm trying to let you live, but you being super weird. All right, that's the last warning for that. All right, let's talk some fucking boxing, man. Stop being weird. Jordan, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Let's get to it though. But like I said, I like the people that saying they picking Zepeda. That makes the fight fun. Everybody shouldn't pick Shakur. Pick who you want to pick. Rock with who you want to rock with. I'm just looking at the body of work. I'm looking at what Zepeda does. That shit could be dangerous. It could be an issue for a guy that's looking to box and be clean. Shakur don't like getting punched on. You remember he said it. I ain't in here to get punched on, bro. Like, if you think I'm about to be giving one to take, or taking one to give one, you got me up. You get me? And he said, your only shot at winning is knocking me out. You already lost. I'm stepping on shit. Zepeda gonna come like a buzzsaw. You want to throw 1,000 punches around, and and it's up for Core to say, man, I ain't going for that. You get me? He of that cloth, man. He ain't lacking no skill, no talent, no discipline, no focus, no commitment, no nothing. You hear me? Crossing T's, dotting I's, and beating ass. What youngin say? Belt to ass, man. That's what's happening. Belt to ass, G. You get me? But I love this. I love this matchup, man. You gotta breathe life into boxing. Why hate this matchup? Williams Zepeda, he's done nothing but win. Nothing but win. He got through some rough moments in some fights, but he's a winner, bro. You got to respect it. He coming to win. He hungry. He motivated. I'm pretty sure he come from nothing and humble beginnings. He definitely coming to upset the apple cart. He already got plans of walking around, what'd he say, Central Park with the title. Core, man, cook his ass. He got plans with your belt. He think he going to parade around New York cities with your WBC title. And we over here ain't going. See how I said we? See how I said we? See how I said we real quick. Floyd versus Maidana 1 set up. Floyd versus Jesus Chavez set up. I like the way he handled Maidana in the first fight, but it was some scary moments. I ain't gonna lie. Pugilism was some scary moments in that Floyd Maidana 1, bro. I was like, oh. He had Floyd, especially when he cut Floyd. He was doing too much dirty shit. I don't want to see that. I ain't gonna hold you. He start doing Core like that. That's gonna get crazy. I'm gonna want to punch him myself. He start low blowing my guy, hitting in the back of the head, rabbit punches. Zepeda, none of that funny business. All right, G. All right, I've been bigging you up. I've been giving you your just due. Just don't come out there on no wild Maidana shit, bro. All right, keep it clean. Keep it clean, G. Tony, what's good, homie? Until they get punched in the face, like Mike Tyson used to say. Yeah, man. But when you got a 21.1 plus minus ratio, I don't think he worried about getting punched in the face. You know what I'm saying? So you can put the interview on the screen. Where is it? You said it's Ring Magazine. Said it's Ring Magazine. I might be able to do it if it's Ring Magazine. Yeah, he was dirty boxing. He was yeah. If he do that, we jumping him. We ain't going for that. Don't get out of pocket with Core like that. Nah, fight a clean fight. But he be trying to punch you everywhere. All right, let me check it. I got y'all. We gonna build, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on this second build. We gonna get back to it. We did this 2 days. I'm kind of tired, but we gonna rock out, man. We gonna rock out. We gonna push through this. We got some boxing to talk. Let's see. See what y'all my good boys talking about. My guys, the fam. Reef said Robert Garcia was telling bro. Yeah, he was telling them to be dirty. Yeah, he was. Yeah. If they doing that, they gonna piss me off. They don't play with my guy like that, man. Don't be disrespectful. Oh, I see it. I got y'all. Your boy got y'all. I got you. I got y'all. Hit that like button for us. We gonna keep building, man. But like I said, I'm breathing life into this fight. I like what Zepeda bring to the table. Yeah, talk to him, man. McQueen Shakur about stoppage, man. I'm seeing people bet TKOs on Core, man. Big homie Core about to flex on him, bro. You hear me? Y'all about to see Jerry whoop Tom ass like the cartoon days, bro. You hear me? Y'all hear me? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Jerry stand on business. You get me? Jerry gonna stand on business. He gonna whoop Tom ass, man. Tom gonna be getting punched on out. You feel me? Tom gonna be getting socked in his shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be out there trying to throw all them punches, windmilling and shit. Core gonna be chaffing. He gonna have to swim without getting wet in this fight. Watching the Grand Rise. Hey man, that's a fact, bro. Coppinger be on some weird shit, don't he? He be on some bullshit, underhanded little shit. Let me take this graphic off real quick. I'm gonna pull an interview up for us, y'all. We gonna have some fun with that. Williams Zepeda winning the fight by split decision. I ain't mad at that, Tony. Yeah, that's fair. Over here, all opinions are welcome. I definitely like the opinions that are different from mine because it makes this show. You know what I'm saying? I like the, tell me what you see Williams Zepeda doing to get the win. You think he gonna overwhelm Core with the punch output? Like, I know how to have a conversation, or you can tell me what you think. It's all good. Shakur about stoppage. You walking him down. Hey man, if he turning to welcome to Nick Ballin, if he turning to welcome down Core, it's a wrap. You hear me? Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? Zepeda. Your ass is grass, G. You know what I'm saying? Core look motivated. I believe everything he said. He said Jerry whooping Tom ass. You hear me? Jerry whooping Tom ass. Where my boy at? Let's get a young and his just do over here, man. He talking this or what? He was talking this or what, y'all? Let's get to it. Shout out to Ring Magazine, man. They keeping us in the loop, interviewing these guys. That's the way I see Williams showing people he can actually box and just come forward and he's going to outperform Stevenson in critical rounds. Not
Ring. I am here with the WBC
see it that way,
lightweight champion of.
I ain't mad at that. That's a solid explanation. That's a solid explanation. You feel like in your mind, he gonna show people that he can actually box and outperform Core in critical rounds. I feel that. I feel you, but for me, that's where he gonna go wrong, in my opinion, because he don't box. And I get it. It's not that he can't, but he hasn't done it. It's gonna be hard to go out of what he normally does. And if he decides that, I'm a chess match with Shakur and I want to box, I feel like mentally he already cooked and he fighting the wrong fight. His best bet is to do what he always does: come forward, try to throw a lot of punches, punch him anywhere, hit him anywhere them punches land. You get me? Long as it's legal, right? Shakur ducking his Zepeda. The Zepeda has no defense. Quick. Talib, what it do? Shakur by UD. Talk to him. Zepeda could have carried Maidana spit bucket. Yeah, Maidana had a consistent jab that was very dangerous. But let's get to this. Let's see what Core had to say. Shout out to Wade, man. The Wade concept.
The world 3-division champion, former Olympian, Shakur Stevenson. What's up, my man?
How you doing, sir?
Doing very well, sir. Man, I feel so official now. I appreciate it. It's fight week, though, man. I know you're excited.
Hey, man. Hell nah, Core. You come back up here, I need that treatment. You out calling people sir and shit. Nah, bro. Just do. You gotta be like, what's good, sir? Nah, I'm just playing. Let's go, man. Jersey, stand
to
up.
Be here. You're basically in your backyard.
Good,
your people here to watch you in the main event. Talk to me how you're feeling.
You sound like you trying to put some pressure on me, man.
No, man. I know it's your moment. Man. It's your moment.
Nah, I'm playing.
I feel that.
I'm ready. I'm ready. We put in a lot of work this training camp, so come fight night, we coming in there to make sure we come out victorious and beat his ass.
Yeah, that's been.
And I'm trying to tell y'all, I've been hearing the words like they said he been putting in the right work. That's what it's all about. Not just working, but putting in the right work. You get what I'm saying? Not just working hard, working smart, bringing in the right people, surrounding yourself with the right team. And that's what he got. I think he's in a really good space. You could see him right there with the tank top on. He in shape. Kid ready to go, man. And I think he motivated to prove people wrong because they got him effed up with all this Tom and Jerry bullshit. You get me?
In the message, I feel like the entire build up to this is beat his ass,
Belt to
knock
ass.
out, belt to ass. What's
Belt
what's
to
been the
ass.
mentality?
Yes,
Is it, I don't want to say switch, but what's been the emphasis on that?
Me
I
too,
mean,
Nick.
this a guy who I know gonna be very prepared, and he's gonna come out there, and I think he's gonna push me to a new level. I think he's gonna bring out the best in me, and I'm ready for it. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
He's been. He sat down with me earlier. He's been
And
saying.
again, I heard somebody ask the question, well, why do it take for him to bring out the best in you? I mean, you've been seeing great performances from him, but he feels like that this is supposed to be more of a challenge so that he should be able to show more of himself because he liked that. And that's what I'm standing on until Zepeda show me he not. If I'm wrong, y'all know I ain't talking my tell him to be here, whether we call the fights, post fights, we going to talk about this. Win, lose, or draw, we come in here to talk our shit, you know? So I like the way he been talking. I like his focus. Mo, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Tank can say, yeah, they set me up, and Tank fans will play it. Shakur can say nothing, and Turkey setting him up. Sure, yeah, nah, that's a fact. That's I think people are being fooled, bro. I think they're being fooled as far as the setup shit. I don't think he's setting nobody up. I think people just stretching, reaching with that. LWBoxing the facts.
That he doesn't think you're going to engage in the way you're talking like you're going to. He thinks that you're going to be, on the outside, looking maybe to disengage from the fight with him. He's been saying that for a while now. What are your thoughts?
That's a method he want to use to try to get me to fight his fight. But I don't fight nobody else's fight. I fight my own fight. So
you hear
if
that?
I do go out there and move and whatever.
You hear that? Say it again, Core.
Fight my own fight. So if I do go,
hold on, they need to hear it again from a real.
But I don't fight nobody else's fight. I fight my own fight. So if I do go out there and move and whatever, nigga, stop it. Like,
exactly.
Stop it. Make sure you come out there and win. Right? Ain't that's what you're supposed to be doing?
Right.
Don't complain about what I'm doing.
Right. Do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, stop me from doing what I'm doing.
Yeah,
no one's
man, you can see the look in his face, bro. If I come out here and move, stop me, bro. Stop me, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. I like it, Dub. I like him. I like this dude, bro. I like him too. I do. You know what I mean? Stop me, bro. I ain't supposed to do what's best for you to win a fight. I'm supposed to do what's best for me to win a fight. And that's it. And that's what these fans be forgetting about. Keep talking about, nah, he need to come to fight more. Man, shut up. He got the highest plus-minus ratio in boxing. Explain that. Don't tell me he got to fight more. You don't get a plus-minus ratio without fighting. People sound stupid. The numbers tell you he fight. If you actually watch his fights, you know he be in the pocket more than he move. Miss me with that shit. I'm tired of it. People really don't know no boxing. Nah, he just got to fight more. Why? Because your favorite fighter do that? He don't got to fight more. You don't ask your favorite fighter to box more, so why should he have to fight more? He don't got to fight more. He going to do exactly what he been doing, winning. And that's what they hate the most. That's why they keep talking about how he should fight and how he need to do it. They just hoping he put himself in a position that he lose. And that shit ain't happening. Juan was good with it. Yeah, man, he going to fight his fight. You get what I'm saying? Pugilism. CJ, what's good? My dog Remo, let's talk fashion in the building. What's good with it? Yeah, he got a chance to make a statement. That's what I want to see, Remo. You get me? Stop me from moving. I'm not about to stop for you.
So
behave what it do.
You talked about this being your moment. You're ready. I got to talk about it. You look jacked, man. You look like you put, I don't know if it's muscle put on stuff, but man, you are in shape. Has this been just a different lock-in this time around?
Honestly, I think y'all just ain't see me in a tank top.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm like, geez.
I'm running the tank top.
Show them why they call you Big Homie Core. Know what I'm saying? Flex on them, man. Zepeda about to get this work. You get me? Mo, if he hurt his hands, then hopefully he do what he did in his last fight. Wince a little bit, switch orthodox, and continue to beat ass. That's what he did his last fight. He tweaked his hands a little bit against Josh Padley, switched orthodox, still got the knockout to the body. And real quick, speaking of that, big shout out to Josh Padley for being a real one, man. Shout out to Josh Padley for being a real one. Let me run the clip real quick.
Completely out of range to me to counter him, but he weren't out of range to hit me exactly where he wanted. At any point, he could perfect. The accuracy and his timing were like nothing I've ever even sparred. But then the body shots, it were hitting me and it was just dropping my legs. So my body weren't even letting me absorb the shot wherever he wanted, just taking the wind completely out of me and then my legs dropping.
How was you feeling, like, engine-wise?
Fine up until the body shots.
Right, okay, they just emptied the tank.
Emptied it, yes.
Let's go. Shout out to Josh Padley for keeping it real. That's the victory that's the path to victory as far as a knockout. Beat his body up. Zepeda ain't used to nobody beating that body up. Beat his body up. You get me?
Today, so I kind of, let it off.
Small out here, all right. I gotta hit some girls.
Hey, Ricky, you get New Jersey.
Okay, so like you said, Zepeda's got a great style for you. How do you see him approaching this fight? Not to focus on him too much, because like you said, you worry about you and what you got to do. But what do you see him doing?
The thing is, right, and this is why he's not gonna be able to beat me. He got one style that he can do. So I know what he's bringing. I know what he's coming with. He's coming straight in, coming straight ahead at me to throw nonstop punches the entire night. There's nothing different that he's going to do. I'm levels above him because I know that I can do whatever I want. So it depends on what I decide to do that night and how I want to go in there and fight. Sometimes I fight in the pocket. Sometimes I move a little tiny bit, but it depends on how I want to fight that night.
That's all.
How do you see yourself?
Look, man, if he lose, then Zepeda gonna get all his credit like a real one. Ain't gonna be no excuse. Ain't gonna be, oh, this happened. Nah, that's just gonna be respect. But I'm telling you, I think this kid, man, he been hearing everything Zepeda been saying. He been hearing everything the fans been saying. And I think he out to prove people wrong. I feel like he focused. He locked in. You see the hands for what it's worth and things. Them joints looking healthy. He ready to beat ass. And I can't wait to see it. And I'm not straddling the fence. I'm tired of playing. Every time this dude fight, unless something drastic happen, these fights don't even be close. That's why people hang on to the De Los Santos performance. Because outside of that, them shits be whitewashes. 10-2s and damn near 12 zips. That's what he be doing. I'm telling you, that's what he be doing. Dudes don't be winning no rounds like that. We just seen that shit with Padley. That was one-way traffic all the way into a TKO. That's how he usually win. So if he had that kind of night on Saturday, man, I'm going to love it. Beat his ass, man. Don't play with him. Beat his body up, too. Shakur is a really good body puncher, underrated body puncher. You heard him say his gas tank was good till he started hitting him to the body. It took his legs. Zepeda like to throw punches, go to his body. He not Superman. He ain't Superman. He's human, too. Go to his body, break his ass down.
During the fight, but how do you see yourself fighting him?
Stabs to the body, hooks to the body.
I see him making me fight.
Yeah.
I see him making me fight, and I think...
I like the smile, though. I like that. It's like you're welcoming that. Yeah, bring it.
I think he don't realize that that's not what he wants. Because it's like you back somebody up against a corner, and it's just going to wake up a monster that he haven't yet to see yet. So tell him to bring it.
I think you're excited to bring that monster out a little bit.
For sure.
Nah, bro. Cap, bro. Cap. We got to stop. Let me educate you. You don't have the highest plus-minus ratio in boxing if you don't throw punches, bro. We have to stop. That's a false narrative. That shit started with the Edwin De Los Santos fight. If I'm not mistaken, not only did he land more punches, I think he threw more punches than Edwin De Los Santos. Stop the cap. He barely throw punches. So who the hell is winning these rounds when he whooping ass? When he whitewashing these dudes? When he scorching these dudes? These fights don't be close, bro. That's why people keep talking De Los Santos. I don't want to hear that shit. De Los Santos got cooked by a sick injured fighter. I don't never want to hear that fight no more. Look at that plus minus. You can't do that if you're not throwing punches. You can't. It's not just slipping punches. No, it's punches landed. Do you understand that? You can't put up those kind of numbers if you don't throw punches. And it's the highest in the sport. The only other two with anything 20 and better is Floyd and Loma. Cut it out, and both of them retired. Knock it out. It's time to get this young man his credit, man. Step on Zepeda. And if Zepeda win, he getting all his credit because he beat a hell of a fighter if he beat Shakur. Let's keep cooking, man. Y'all hit that like button. Sub to the channel.
Does this fight feel like let me remind y'all who I am?
Young child, my guy. What's good with it, bro?
Because it feels like people have forgotten that You are a 3-time champ or 3-division champ. You are an Olympian. You are the reigning WBC world champion. Is this one of those fights where you're like, just in case y'all forgot, I'm one of, if not the best in the world?
Yeah, this one of them kind of fights where it's like, I remember people watched me with Jamel Herring, and they felt as though I was the best fighter in the world then. So I think that's gonna be what comes Saturday night. I think they're gonna get that version of me, but 10 times better.
I've been seeing all this stuff online, man, and maybe I shouldn't pay any attention to it. You probably don't either, but this Tom and Jerry stuff. What is this, man? And by the way, I saw your GIF.
Yeah, that Tom and Jerry shit is weak, man. Yeah, nah, Corey, my guy. Look, I tell people this all the time. It's not like just a Jersey thing. I've been watching him since he was like 16. So I've been able to see the come up, and I seen how he grew, got better, and I seen the point when the fans kind of turned on him. And you can't tell me one performance is enough to turn on somebody. So that's why he said, if you turned on me or if you left me at the one off night, then F you, because you wasn't really with me. Now I rock with the youngin, and he's solid. He thorough in real life. He a real one. Trust me. If you had a chance to meet him, you'll say the same thing. I put that on everything. Son of God, what's good with it, Brody? How you feeling? He got his head the right way. He ain't perfect, right? But I believe in his intelligence. I believe he's smarter than the guys that he get in the ring with. I believe while they're focusing on what they feel like he may lack physically, he gonna beat them mentally. And I focus heavily on that because all fighters say it's more mental than physical. So he ain't lacking nothing physical. He don't got to be no one-punch knockout artist, but he accurate as hell. He got really good timing. His punch placement is really good. He really smart. So with that shit gonna take you a long way, and it's really hard to hit him. So let's see how difficult it is for Zepeda to hit him. That's what I want to see. Zepeda a real challenge, and I'm gonna just respect it as such. Creole the Traveler, what it do, homie? How you feeling? What core working with Saturday night? Me too, bro. Me too, Andrew Gray. What it do, homie? How you feeling? The Butcher, my guy. Let's get back to it.
You quote tweet. That was a nice little quote tweet. Jerry was punching back. Watch out now.
Yeah, Jerry
I
was
like you having
punching
fun
back
with it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I try not to take it so personal.
Right.
At the end of the day, it just lets me know how great I am. You got somebody who's so big, as in Turkey, and you never see him troll any fighters. But for the first time, it comes down to me. It's like you want to sit there and kind of troll me over and over and over. So it just let me know he thinking about me.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think him doing that does for sure point out to say, like, Turkey Al-Sheikh, the man that is behind the ring the ring itself, he's focused on you. Maybe he's focused on you so much because he wants to bring whatever he thinks is the best out of you.
Yeah, maybe.
I said that too because at the end of the day, you just want to see the best Shakur Stevenson. It's a lot of people that have said that in the chat, myself included. I just want to continue to see how much more he could show us, or how good he could continue to prove that he actually is. That's what I'm looking for. All that running shit don't need to stop. You're not supposed to stand there, especially for a guy that's looking to throw 100 punches around, 90 plus punches around. You're not supposed to stand there and let him have his way. So if he move, I don't want to hear no shit. He ain't supposed to stand there, but my guess is he'll mix it up. My guess is he'll mix it up.
At the end of the day, like I said, it just let me know how great I am.
Hey, bro, you get me?
I gotta be great if somebody of that.
You get me? Hey, Dub, Jerry used to be ripping Tom, tearing Tom ass up. He always get it off. You hear me? Jerry always do his thing, man. You know?
Stature is sitting there trolling me over and over. So
and it's not just him. The entire world of boxing is looking at you this weekend.
Yes,
I think,
right? This is my weekend. Yeah. This is my coming out party. This is where I go out there and I show and tell. Yeah, I show and tell. And I tell everybody I'm the best.
How does it feel though to do this in your backyard? Your people are here. This has got to feel like a pretty cool moment for you.
Yeah, it's surreal, but it's gonna be more real when we actually get there on Saturday night and get to the stadium. And
Louis Armstrong, that's crazy, right? A tennis stadium,
it's gonna be a real moment.
Definitely. He's gonna show up.
Let's do this. Let's have a little visualization.
Shout out
to give out game plans.
Contrarian, my guy.
You're in the main event. Round one, you're looking across. You see William Zepeda. They ring the bell. What happens?
I ain't trying to give out too much, but I see me coming out there, boxing them easy, making sure that I win them early rounds. And I see him just being tough. And he's not going to let up. So he's going to kind of force me into a fight. And that's when I'm going to start fighting and start whooping his ass.
We'll put that muscle on and you popping out. Come on now. Last message to the fans that are watching and also to William himself. What do you got to say?
Wins, though.
I'm the best fighter in the world, and fans could sit there and go against it. But the reason why my fights look the way they look is because they are so easy. And come Saturday night, it's gonna be another night where I dominate and I show the world how great I am.
Talk to him, Core.
Belt to ass.
Or Bruce Leroy, the last
There he is, the WBC lightweight champion of the world in the main event this Saturday, Ring 3.
There you go. Shout out to the Wade concept, man. Always good interviews, man. With Shakur. Shakur just, I think he grown a little bit too. I like something that I like that what he said in there. He just learning not to take everything so personal. He understand that Turkey trolling him, and he found some good in it. So he had some fun with it. Look. Jerry gonna be whooping on Tom ass. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight night. So look, Zepeda can make things tough, or he can make things tough for Shakur, or he can make things tough for himself. You know, we already know Core can make things tough for Zepeda as well. So we gotta see. You know what I mean? We gotta see which one is gonna take shape. You get me? I know these are real threats, man. I respect Zepeda. I do. And I can't knock him just because we don't feel like from a skill standpoint he's on Shakur level. He's still got other things about him that make him dangerous, right? He got good punching power. He throw good body shots. He's a two-handed fighter. He brings consistent pressure. He got a really good gas tank. Like, he got qualities. He got a solid beard, even though Tevin Farmer put him, but anybody could be dropped with the right shot. But he got qualities about him that make him a respectable opponent. I don't want to overstate who he is, but I'm not going to understate him just because of what people expect. And that's another thing. I told people you got to revisit and rethink or take a second look at Shakur. Most times when he be fighting people, if it was anybody else fighting these guys, people would find credit to give. But when it's him, this dude is trash. He ain't on Shakur level. What is that saying about Core? If every time he fights somebody, now he'll be 24 fights in and they still saying the same shit. Whether it's a champion, an ex-champion, whatever, current champion, they complaining. You get what I'm saying? So I think that speaks volumes about him. No matter who he fight, people trying to discredit the opponent so you don't give him any credit for his win. Zepeda is ranked across the board. This is the right fight. Boxing got it right this time. With Tank having business taken care of, I can't complain about this fight. They styles couldn't be any more different. They don't fight nothing the same at all, not even close. So I really want to see how this fight going to turn out. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how much Shakur Stevenson can be pushed or how he's going to respond if pushed consistently in this fight. Do you fold or do you make a dime? You know what I'm saying? Do you have a breakout performance? Do you make a statement? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, but I believe the answers is in the body. Anybody that wants to throw that many punches, punch them in their stomach as many times as possible. Ribs, stomach, liver shots. Well-placed shots. And it ain't like it got to be, throwing tons of combinations, but it just got to be the well-placed, well-timed shots, bro. I'm telling you. I think that's the way. You want to make a statement, go to his body, take the air out of him, and in that second part of the fight, pick his ass apart. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Creo, my dog. He said, I'm definitely taking a second look Saturday. I get it, bro. I get it. It's all good. I get it. I truly understand, man. But again, I feel like he's been showing, like, if you just look at how wide the scorecards be, how like convincing the wins be, them shits don't be close. And I think that's because of how put together he is, how smart he is. He make the right decisions in the ring, and then he make it really hard for you to get consistent punches on him clean. So you know how to take the sting off punches and things like that. But Zepeda, like he said, is relentless. He ain't going to stop. A couple body punches, a couple chin shots, that shit ain't going to slow him down or deter him. Can he fight in a way that deters William Zepeda? Can he get in his mind? You get what I'm saying? Can he get in his mind and kind of like Sean Porter was saying, can he turn his shit off? You get what I'm saying? He do got a nice uppercut. You're right. He do got a nice ass uppercut. He do got a nice ass uppercut. I seen that. That was on display in that Yoshino fight. He was using his uppercut. I think Padley too using the uppercut a bit in there. He do. But Zepeda, it won't be deterred easy. And you heard what Shakur said. That's why it's not just about how he feels like he gonna beat him. It's what he think about him as a fighter. He knows he tough. He know he hungry. He know he coming.
He know he ain't gonna stop. He know he ain't easily deterred. You can't slow him down easy. It's gonna take real work. It's gonna take a smart, really good, consistent game plan to tame a Williams Zepeda. Nobody else has been able to do it. Through 33 fights, he's been blowing through people, and 27 of them is knockouts. Don't give me that shit by anybody else. If anybody else is fighting that guy, they'd be giving credit. Hell no, he definitely brings a certain level of danger to the fight, and we just got to acknowledge that. It's okay. You know what I mean? But I do believe in skills paying the bills, and I think the more skillful guy is Shakur, and that's who's going to win. You know what I'm saying? Zepeda ain't never thought this much in a fight. Yeah, man. Before he finna be defeated in the first minute. That's why I want to see if he could turn it off mentally. You know what I'm saying? Rene Alvarado can give him. Core can. Yeah. It's easier than Core think. Watch what he say after the fight. I think Shakur prepping for the best Zepeda has to offer. Yeah, he is. And I think that's a smart way to do it. The same way Zepeda is prepping for the best version of Shakur as well. So I think they both understand no matter what any of their other performers look like, they're expecting the best version of that fighter in the ring. And so they can perform. And that's what I want to see from Core. Beat his ass, bro. Let's go. I'm rocking with him 1,000,000%. Like I said, I watched his entire come up. And I'm happy that he here now. I'm happy he got a opponent that he want. Like he got the Jamel Herring fight. He showed out. He got Oscar Valdez. He showed out. Now he got Williams Zepeda. I believe he'll show out. I think he's just going to keep doing what he's doing. Give him what he want, and he's going to show you why he asked for it. So I don't think he biting off more than he could chew. I do think Zepeda could create moments. Anybody that's coming to fight that's that busy, throwing that many punches, they're going to land something. They're going to land something. He's going to have some success. Shakur get hit in every fight. It ain't like he just go through every fight and don't get hit at all. So he will get hit. But what's the quality of the shots? What's the consistency of the shots? If he's able to be consistent, then we got some questions. You know what I mean? We might have to get some other answers. So let's see how consistently can he make this a tough fight for Shakur. Can he put him in a tough situations early, right? Because the beginning of the fight, the first quarter of the fight is very important. If you find yourself 3-1 after 4 zip, you in trouble. You in trouble. And the same thing goes for Core because he's used to always being up in the fight. He don't fight from behind much. So you definitely don't want to allow him to get still no early rounds from you and then try to drown you with activity late. So Shakur got to be prepared early for them early rounds as Zepeda. He's going to be fresh, hungry. That's when he's going to be at his strongest, probably at his absolute best from a technical standpoint. So if you Zepeda, you got to look to do damage early against Shakur, in my opinion, and set up the second half of the fight and put yourself in a position where you can win it. But if you allow it to go how most fights go with Shakur early and him banking them rounds and then start getting more into the fight, you in trouble. It's going to be real tough. You know what I'm saying? So it's I'm trying to look at it on both ways and, you know, talk about as many scenarios as possible. They both, you know what I mean, need their game plans to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Zepeda need to be in a position where he can throw that many punches. I think that's his best chance to win. I think if his volume is nullified and cut down, I think he loses by a wide margin. But I think if he's able to position himself throughout the fight to be able to get up in volume and punch output, then he can put himself in a more favorable situation to win rounds and possibly to fight. You get what I'm saying? But that won't be easy because Shakur ain't standing still and fighting nobody fight. You heard what he said. I fight my fight. I don't give a damn. So whatever I need to do to win, that's what I'm on. Physical strength is Zepeda can't physically push Core back and wear him down. Even if Shakur clinching, I don't think Zepeda has a shot. Yeah, I think he's strong. I think he's strong in the clinch too, next gen. He's strong and he's physical in spots when he need to be. So I think in those little clinches in the inside, I think he should, you know, work with the free hand, go to the body, little shit. You know what I mean? Rip him to the body, tie him up. You know what I mean? Make the ref separate, all types of shit. Like, be smart. Yeah, go in your toolbox. That's what I want to see. Go in your bag and cook this dude. Show him why you feel like you levels above him, as you put it. Sheena was considered a power puncher. Yeah, he was throwing like 70+ punches around. Back then, Shakur turned that shit off. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. So you get me? I just want to see if he's able to do that shit to Zepeda. We ain't seen nobody do that to him. And that's why I said it's impressive, man. I'm giving him his credit. Through 33 fights, this is what this man is averaging, bro. 94.3 punches around is crazy. Shakur throw, less than half of that? He throw less than half of that. You get me? Like, that shit is crazy. That's a lot of punches. That's a lot of punches. Man, so we're gonna see how it look. 13 to 31. Like them some big discrepancies right there. But you know, if you see the connect percentage, the accuracy, that's Shakur's game. It's not just punching power with him. It ain't about punching power. It's punch placement, accuracy, and timing, man. And throwing the right punch at the right time. He really good at that. Really good vision. Legs are good. You already know about the distance and range. I think that's where the fight could be won or lost. If you allow him to crowd your space too much, that means he's gonna be in a position to throw more, in my opinion, right? And if that's the case, he increases his odds. But he has to be effective. He has to be offensive. He has to be to throw his hands. But I don't know, man. I don't know if Shakur gonna be standing around for you to throw some 90-some punches around. And in doing so, I want to see if he gets desperate. I want to see if Shakur is moving and he can't set his feet to throw these punches. Do he get desperate at some point? You get what I'm saying? Core don't make a lot of stupid mistakes, right? Like everybody make mistakes in the fight, but I'm just saying those dumb mistakes that get you clipped and knocked out. Like, you know, he's pretty consistent with his game plan and sticking to it, being really smart. So that's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has weakness, Ito. That's a fact. Everybody has a weakness. Yeah, everybody has a weakness. It's just up to him to exploit it, right? Is pressure his weakness? Because he ain't faced a lot of pressure fighters with this kind of volume. Is volume his weakness, right? We're gonna find out. I think we're gonna find out. You know, so yeah, no fighter is perfect. Let me be clear. That's why I've been speaking on both sides. I'm trying to give Zepeda, you know, his just due as well. Like, it's things he doing there that can make this fight difficult and tricky. But can he do it on a consistent basis? And if so, how does Shakur respond if he's consistently put in situations that he's not used to being in, right? How does he think and react to it? Get what I'm saying? Do he respond well under the pressure or do he fold, right? 33 others done folded under the pressure. Preferably 27 of them didn't finish the fight. So a lot of these guys really fold under the pressure. There's that talk about his hands. Will his hands hold up? I think they will. I think even if he tweak them, I don't think it'll hurt him to the point where he can't fight and perform. If so, now we got a totally different element in the fight now. You know what I'm saying? But think about it. Outside of the De Los Santos fight where he went into that fight injured, I haven't seen him not be able to finish a fight. Have you ever seen a fight where his hands didn't hold up? Because even when he got hurt against Padley, he just went orthodox and stopped him. So I don't think we've ever seen a fight that he couldn't finish because of his hands. You get what I'm trying to say? Like hurting his hands during the fight and then not being able to finish it. We haven't seen that yet. So, but the question is still there. And I think it's fair. It's reasonable. Like, you know, it just, when you hear how many fights that he fought with the hurt hands, when you see how he tweaked them a couple times, you just naturally had the questions. But for me, he looked healthy now. He looked ready to go, prepared, rested. He looked in shape. And I believe him. The look in his eye, he ready to show people what's up. Like, y'all got me wrong. I'm about to school this guy. Yeah, for sure. I think he'll be fine, though. I think he'll be fine. Honestly, if I'm Zepeda, I'm trying to take Shakur best shot early and make him throw to try to keep Zepeda at bay. Between that, moving early and later on when Shakur slow down some, them punches won't sting. That's the thing, though. Next gen is tricky because how Zepeda approaches the beginning rounds is going to be very key. He can't give those rounds. You can't give rounds away to Shakur. Like, and just bank on him slowing down. Like, that's risky. I ain't saying it can't work, but it's risky. It's risky. That's the last thing you want to do is give a guy that's used to winning rounds early, just give him the early rounds or fight in a way that wouldn't make the fight difficult. If he's unable to make the fight difficult early, he's going to have problems down the stretch. If he can push the pace early a bit and create some moments, maybe still a round or two, maybe after 4 is 2-2 or something, Zepeda could be cooking with something. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's going to be important. How many of those rounds can he win in them first 4? I'm telling you, because by then, Shakur confidence going to set in, rhythm, and then that's it. I think it's just going to be a harder guy to defeat. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't really, he don't have big drop-offs in his performances and how he fight. He pretty consistent through the rounds. He fight at a real controlled pace. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, can Zepeda force the issue and accelerate the pace. Elite defense will override that punch output. I think it's possible too, along with the distance and range control. It's good, but it's all weakness because if you hit his body with a straight, can't feint and hit Shakur with a hook, then after that roll under, hit him with overhand left. Shout out to Ito, man, because you made that shit sound good. You already know it ain't easy to land multiple shots like that on court. So if he's able to do that, that's a win for Zepeda. If he's able to land combinations and clean shots, that's a win for Zepeda. You know what I mean? It'll be a lot different than what most guys are able to do. Does Shakur have healthy hands for a fair fight? Yeah, I think he'll be fine to butcher. I do. Jerry always outsmart Tom anyways to tell these dumbass haters. Y'all made the right assumption. Shakur going to outbox these clowns like he outboxed all the rest. Talk to him, most of 40. You know, my dog. Talk to him. T. Hill in the building. The mayor of the YouTube Street Z in the building. Steph, my dog. Who else? Let me make sure I ain't miss nobody. All right, man. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, nah, shout out to you, bro. Like, look, that's why I say over here, bring your opinions. It's just a conversation, bro. It could go like that. I can't tell you it can't. I'm only giving y'all my thoughts on how I think the fight is going to go. But I ain't basing it off me just liking the fighter. I'm basing off of what the fighter has shown me he's capable of doing. You know? So as long as Shakur don't fall off a cliff overnight and have some just extremely off night, I think it's going to be business as usual. It's going to be his fight to lose, and Zepeda going to have to, you know, create his moments early and be consistent with those moments throughout the fight. Can't necessarily bank on a knockout, but anything is possible. You know, it only take one punch. Any punch you don't see can knock you out. Shakur got really good eyes, so I think he'll limit the amount of punches he don't see, hopefully. But when somebody throwing 90 plus, you know, shit, some of them gonna land. So that's why I say that's the biggest deal there. How effective can he be with his output and how consistent through the rounds? He has to win rounds early. If you give him away, you run the risk of getting outboxed for the rest of the fight. That man ain't the type to get up a lead and just coast and just give it away. Now he gonna keep piling them joints up. If you allow him to win multiple rounds in a row and then just bank on him slowing down, you're going to be in for a hell of a fight, and you're probably going to get outboxed and took to school. You know what I'm saying? So, again, shout out to Zepeda. He's dangerous. He bring that smoke. He ranked in them sanctioning bodies. He earned his position in his spot. And listen, the man throw a lot of punches, and he come from humble beginnings, and he going to want to win, bro. He ain't coming here to lay down. Like I said, he got plans on what he going to do with that belt when he win it. He already think about running around with the belt in Central Park. Something he said, wherever he was going to be at in New York. So, you know, Corey ain't going for that. And still Saturday night, that's what's going on. Damon, what it do? The technician's going to work. Saturday, KB, I have no doubt in my mind. Jerry's whipping ass. Jerry going to beat Tom ass, Damon. You did? Peter got to establish the patience. Shakur got to show he can keep up. And what is jab going to look like too next gen? You know what I mean? A jab is a very important punch. A lot of guys have tendencies to abandon the jab and they just get hook happy, uppercut happy. I think a consistent jab could help. You know what I mean? Consistent, but it got to be effective. It can't just be, you know what I'm saying? But is that going to be his game plan? So we're going to see. You know what I mean? Everybody has flaws. Everybody has weaknesses. Everybody makes mistakes. Let's see who's better prepared to execute the game plan Saturday. And look, Corey ain't coming to play with this kid. Zepeda, you know what I'm saying? He only know one way. He only know one way, and he trying to go through you. He ain't trying to go around you. He trying to go through you. You hear me? And he the most active, you know, the highest volume puncher in today's boxing. That's what Shakur is up against. You know what I'm saying? That's what he up against. You know what I mean? It's Turk setting my guy for the long haul or what? Nah, I don't think so. I think Turkey know he gonna need more than some Tom and Jerry talk and some cartoon idea of the ring shrinking after every round to get him beat. You know what I mean? I think Corey going down. Turk kind of short too. Corey taller than you. Corey ain't that tall. Turk is a little ass troll on the low, bro. Something that really don't throw an uppercut like that. Who that is? Zepeda? Because Corey got a beautiful uppercut, man. Zepeda throw punches from all angles. Shakur probably have to show up. If not, be on his bicycle all night. Now, I think I think it's the placement of the punches and accuracy and timing, Butcher. The selection of punches that he throw, especially if he gonna be firing in between shots, like trying to catch him with those openings when he throwing. Now it's where he punching them at, and that's why I said rib shots, kidney shots, liver shots. Like that need to be a focal point because his punch placement is really good. And you heard, and obviously from hearing from Padley, like them body shots debilitated him, man. It took his legs completely from him. So you figure if it's a guy in there that's trying to throw a bunch of punches, you know what I'm saying, and you go to his damn body, he gonna be a little bit spent a lot faster.
Right, so I expect. But let's keep rolling though, man. That's just one fight on the card. We got the return of David Morrell, man. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see how David Morrell look out there as well. I think he gonna win. I don't think they put him in a fight that he gonna lose. JP was good. I don't think they're gonna put him in a fight that he gonna lose back to back, unless he ain't been handling his business, unless he falling off a cliff and not getting better. I think David Morrell gonna go out there and do what he do, man. A1 Hoops on my dog. Shakur about the high guard and Walls Zepeda down. Walls Zepeda down. Zepeda don't like fighting. Going back as he don't. He also not used to someone that's sharp, great punch placement. Don't let Shakur be way faster than him. Yeah, if he got him on the speed advantage, it's gonna be bad too. Gonna look like a chess grandmaster versus someone playing checkers for the first time. Cornelius with a do player. Yeah, Morrell gonna do his thing, man. I don't know much about his opponent, but I know coming back off a loss, man, they're not putting him in there with nobody that's expected to beat him. He's not in there with nobody that's expected to beat him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna handle business. He in phenomenal shape too and ready to go. So David Morrell he gonna get back. I believe he gonna get back on the winning side of things this weekend, man. I do. I really do. But one thing I noticed with them, man, the face-off, man, height don't fight, but reach could teach, man. Hamza Shiraz is kind of tall, man. Bro ass kind of tall, bro. His ass kind of tall, Shiraz is, man. He got that one draw that should have been a loss, in my opinion. So, but yeah, David Morrell is fighting a 10-0 guy, man. Imam Kataev. This dude might be all right. Yeah, 10-0, 9 knockouts. Morrell fighting a real guy, man. Let's see what he do with this dude, man. Let's see if he can stop him. Dude, 10-0 with 9 knockouts, 90% KO ratio. Wow. That should be a good fight, man. I don't know much about him, but that last name looked familiar. But we're going to see what Morrell has been up to. Tune-up fight. At least he fights somebody with some punching power. And I got a good record. Who else? Alberto Puello and Subriel Matias fight. That's a really good fight. That's a fight that ain't been talked about enough. Can Puello beat another pressure fighter in Subriel Matias? He was able to give Gary Antoine Russell his first loss, right? Gary bounced back since then. World champion now, doing his thing. But can he dethrone? Can he beat Alberto? Can he beat Subriel Matias? Can he stop him? Can he outbox him like he outboxed Gary Antoine Russell? I don't see him getting no stoppage. Subriel Matias is pretty tough. He don't stop coming forward. But sometimes he can be a bit one-dimensional. And, if Puello is on his game, man, I can see him outboxing this dude. I don't know if Matias is going to stop him. I don't see it. I think Puello might outbox. Matias. And I'm just looking at the way he beat Gary. It was impressive, man. And I seen his Achilles heel against Liam Paro. You know what I'm saying? He struggled with boxers that know how to be physical, turn you, stay consistent, good defensively. That's what Paro was. You know what I'm saying? I think Puello got some underrated qualities, man. He's solid. He don't got no defense. Yeah, I don't know too much about him, JP. He say he got zero defense, or he just a power puncher, strong guy. Yeah, I think I got Puello, Creo, in that one. I think I got Puello. I think Puello might beat Subriel Matias on points. Because I don't know if I see him getting stopped. And I don't know, man. I think the way he fought Gary was very impressive to me. I think so too, the Butcher. I think you know what I'm saying? The way he fought was impressive. It was real impressive against Gary, man. That opened my eyes to that dude. I'm like, oh yeah, he a little underrated. He ain't people's favorite, so he a little slept on and underrated, but he can box. My thing is, can he beat another pressure fighter now? You know what I'm saying? A top pressure fighter, a dangerous guy. Because Gary had a bit of a boogeyman label, and so did Matiz. Man, this is underrated. It's an underrated fight, bro. Low key, man. Can he beat the other boogeyman and Subriel Matiz, bro? Man, can Alberto Puello beat the other boogeyman, bro? That's something. That's a good question, man. Can he take Matias' ass out the game? So he said it's kind of made by Zepeda. It would mix Hatton and Pacquiao. Is he? Nah. Oh, I can make sure Hatton and Pacquiao to some degree. Only coming forward, yup, against Floyd, he used that shit to his advantage. Yup, I see Shakur doing the same shit, but Zepeda a dog. Shakur just a wolf. Yeah, man. I agree. A1. The preparation is gonna be key, man. I think he prepared the right way for these dudes. Box Sandor Martin. Yeah, a seasoned vet. Facts. But the reason I said that, I brought up the other two because they supposed to be like, they had a bit of a boogeyman label with people ain't want to mention their name. Remember, Matias went on that all-inclusive called out the whole 140. You know what I'm saying? And Gary Antoine, you know, everybody don't be mentioning his name and quick to jump in there with him. So, way I see it, I think he a dog. You know what I'm saying? I think he a dog for beating Gary. And if he's able to beat Subriel Matias, the second boogeyman, bro, in a row, man, that's impressive, man. Puello is cooking. You don't think the gas tank? You think Jordan? You think what's his name? Matias gonna accelerate and push the gas tank? Think you gonna drain the gas tank? I think he gonna box him, bro. I think he gonna box him and turn him and counter punch him in spots like he was similar to how he fought Gary. Because he gonna come forward, yo. That's what he do. Subriel just throw punches everywhere. You just gotta be prepared for that. He another guy that don't care where the punches land. He don't care. He throwing. He just in there to hit you anywhere. I really think he got boxing. But Shiraz with Belanga, Shiraz tall with a good. Nah, you're not crazy. Nah, a lot of people, Bronx OG said Puello was gonna be hard fighting with Matias. I had Puello by decision. Matias no jab at all. He don't be using a consistent jab. OG, you get what I'm saying? He don't be doing it. They don't be doing it, bro. Shout out to A1, my dog, man. Appreciate you. You already know. Puello need that range to feel comfortable. Yeah, box. Yeah. That's an element. I ain't gonna lie. Can he keep Matias at bay? Can he keep him on the outside? Can he box him and turn him similar to how, you know, Liam Parra was doing, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what he need to do. If you allow Matias to break the distance and get in your chest, he gonna work. And if you ain't willing to, you know, if you can't match him in the inside with punch output, creativity, and just like, you know, pressure, he gonna break you down. Go fight like Shakur. He's smart though. He's a smart boxer for sure. Yeah, the ring. He's a smart fighter for sure. Maybe a PED half-life is starting to leave us. He's stupid, bro. He looked pretty good against Gary. Matias stay in 15-round shape. Puello in 12-round shape. I seen Matias get worked though, a couple times. You know what I'm saying? The Petros Ananian guy, I had seen that fight. I feel like Puello was considerably better than that dude. And even though Matias has gotten better since that fight, I feel like he's to a large degree still the same fighter. See, Puello, I think, is strong enough. He's big enough to be able to turn this dude in spots and box him. And if he can do that, box and turn consistently and keep him from just crowding his space and it being an inside fight, he gonna win. Finish off that PED suspension. Y'all ain't let that one go. Y'all like, nah, them pads was still in the system, man. Yeah, man, we trying to run it down, Creole, man. We about $150 away, man, from 10K. Y'all hit that like button, man. Sub to the channel. Support the grind. This is the second build of the day. If you can't support the grind,
then make sure you hit that like button, man. We're gonna talk about a couple more things before we go, but I just wanted to get his card as Just Do. The Grand Arrivals was cool. I want to see all these guys go out there and give good fights. And, you know, I think Puello, though, could give Matias a really tough fight while boxing and turning them and being smart. You know what I mean? I think if you look at the Nyan fight from Matias, if you look at the Liam Parrow fight, he did those things consistently, picked his shots, he boxed, and then when he got in close, he tied him up, turned him, and then created distance, and he continued to box him smart. I think Puello has the intelligence and IQ to box in a very similar manner. You know what I mean? Just his own way, but in a very similar manner. On the flip end, Subriel is a constant pressure fighter. It's not easy to break his will. He don't stop coming. He don't care where he hits you at. As long as he hit you somewhere, and if he's able to break your distance and close that gap, then he gonna make things difficult on the inside for Puello, I believe, because you know, like I said, he don't load up and he just punches anywhere, and I like it. I like it. That shit makes him very dangerous to me. You know what I'm saying? K calls me what to do. He said Puello stops him. Damn, that'd be impressive if Puello get a stoppage, bro. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. And McQueen, what it do, homie?
Anything can happen in boxing. Puello could hit him with a sharp shot. But if Puello, man, if he hasn't worked on the inside of the game, if he hasn't worked on implementing any type of physical control, I think it's only a matter of time. All that movement and stuff is just biding time. Because several guys have done that to Super and Matias, where they tried to keep him on the outside just by using movement and using the jab. But the key is, Matias, he's very, very, very strict when it comes to his guard. It's always the air mark. That dude fights damn near exclusively out of the high guard. Probably 95% of the time he's in the high guard. So what does that mean? That means his hands are at home. What Parrow was doing to him was every time he would throw punches, he would punctuate the engagement by using some type of post or probe or something like that just to create traffic and keep his hands home. And what's my man's name? I was looking at that fight with Sandor Martin. He was like surprisingly leaky on the inside. His inside game is damn near non-existent. So if he can't keep that guy on the outside, and we've seen him in there with bigger punches, guys like Ergashev. Ergashev got a nice punch on him. Dukanbayev got a nice punch on him. Jeremias Ponce got a nice punch on him. But then by the fourth round, when he starts to have a little bit more success and he's landing these little shots to the body, you see these guys deplete. It's almost like playing Street Fighter, and you know, you see the energy bar deplete. Like you can see it physically on these guys. So I think he's got to find a way to keep Matias' hands at home. But just moving alone and just popping a jab, I don't feel like that's going to be enough to get it done. And I think the difference between him and Gary is he is far better on the inside, throwing short, compact punches than Gary is. Gary is a guy that, when he gets inside, oftentimes he's smothering his work. So he can't get anything clean off. So that often results in Gary being able to be tied up. With Matias, tying him up is a risky proposition because you go to open your arms to tie him up and he's shooting short little hooks and uppercuts.
Somebody
He's
said,
good with his punch placement.
who you got, Matias or Puello? Somebody asked.
Right now, I'm leaning towards Matias. I think that Puello is very good from the outside, but I've seen this movie before. You know what I'm saying? Another guy that boxed well from the outside with Matias in the first half of the fight was Malik Hawkins.
Yeah,
he was doing his thing. He was moving, using his legs, utilizing the whole ring. But once those shots start to land to the body, you could just see him just disintegrate.
Right.
So the key with him is you got to keep him from throwing punches. That's why I always use that analogy. The best way to stop a runaway train is to not allow it to get out of the station.
Right.
So just the fact that he keep his hands so close, every time you touch him up, make sure you occupying that guard so he's keeping his hands at home. And then if you look at Liam Parrow, that fight in particular, just the punch stats, he was able to cut Matias's output in half just by using preventative measures. You don't want to just be out there just move and then leaving him unoccupied, because he's gonna throw his hands once he gets in the range. Like you alluded to before, he's got a really high work rate, and he's a guy that can push the pace, but also be steady with it. Like he's kind of like in that Errol Spence, like prime Errol Spence mode as far as work rate is concerned, where them guys don't have to simmer. You know what I mean? They come out, the burn is already on like 5, 6, and they could just stay there. And it's just steady, 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 steady. So the best way to keep him from working is to prevent it. Do not let him get working. Every time you're in close, I wouldn't even say tie up. I would say post his ass, occupy his guard, move around, push him back, create separation. Because if you're in close, he's going to look to work. And he's got them heavy-ass hands. There's no load up on his shots. Everything is short and compact and to the point. Just bing, 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 bing. You don't really see the guy drawing back. It's just, everything is just short. And then these guys look exasperated. Like, what the hell just happened? Like, Ergashev was boxing beautifully from the outside. I seen the media workout. Sugar Hill had him working on that 1-2, keeping him at range. By the fourth round, all that shit just evaporated, bro. He was just looking like, damn, what do I got to do?
Right.
To keep
88
this guy
was
off
good, bro.
So
Wow, that's a great breakdown, man. That you
gotta be physical with that, man.
I can see that fight honestly going either way though. I really could. You know what I'm saying? Because Matias is just so hungry, bro. If you're not ready for it, you know what I mean? It could be, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Paro got some underrated size. And he's strong. He was tying him up and turning them and just, get the separation, kept boxing, picking the right shots. It was like a rinse and repeat effort. He fought a very smart fight. I just wonder, could Puello, replicate some of that success with the way he fight? Because he gonna need the range too. I don't see him wanting to fight in the inside. I think he would want to be from range, mid to long range, man. Matias get close, man. I'm telling you, them shots come from everywhere. And they just be chopping. He punching, hips, elbows, forearms, temple, top of the head. He gonna hit you wherever he could. The gloves, he punch you anywhere. Yeah, they out here having
varying speeds too, man. That's the other thing about Matias that I really like. I like that he varies the speed on his shots. He don't throw everything at the same speed.
That's
and
true.
He's really good when he's on the side at disguising the punch that he really wants to land. Like he'll do like a little touch, and then boom, then he'll let one rip. So he varies the speed of his punches really well. He's a damn good inside fighter as far as punch selection and velocity is concerned, and just being able to mask his intentions. Because you might be thinking like, all right, I'm gonna block the hook, but he's really trying to land the uppercut. And then once you start thinking high, then he's going low. And when you're thinking low, he's going high.
Right.
And that's a lot to deal with, especially when they come at that rapid of a rate. He fights at a very frenetic pace. But he also doesn't use his jab, and I think that's the reason why it's very important that Puello is able to post him and utilize physical controls, bump him back, and make him have to cover more ground. And then you can time him as he's stepping in and just do little things like that. That's what Dean Powell really did a great job of. He did a really good job of actually pushing him off. He did tie him up in spot, but for the most part, it was just like, yo, stay your ass right out here, and you're going to keep your hand to yourself. Like, very, very, very good with that. But then the referee, depending on who the ref is and how lenient he is, because you know how some refs are about, like, posting. They might give you the warning, hey, you can't leave it out there.
Yeah, don't leave it out there. Yeah, you're right.
Don't leave it out there. So if you got a ref that's a little bit more lenient, that'll allow him to be more.
See, ain't gonna have you rethinking your own breakdowns. Shit. Bro, have you like, damn, did I miss some shit? Let me hold on. Let me go back at it again. he gonna give you a lot to think about. I'm telling you. That's why I love it, man. I love the different, the breakdowns, man. That's what boxing needs. Just we see different shit and it's okay. Over here it is anyway. I need to know somebody see something different.
and I do my best to try to speak on both sides, despite who I feel like gonna win, because you always got to remember, guys, they have things, different qualities that make them dangerous, that will make them successful, that can give the next guy a headache. Matias, pressure, relentless punching, like you said, not loading up. He not, and one thing, him and Zepeda, they got that in alike. They don't wait for a perfect shot. I've seen so many fucking fighters get beat up and lose because they waiting for a perfect shot. They want to punch you wherever they can. And that makes them dangerous as well as susceptible to counters. Now, like, what is it going to be, though? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be success when you get what I'm saying? When they bringing that kind of pressure, or are they going to be getting countered? That's what I want to see. You know what I mean? Will Puello be the counter? Matias, stop him from closing the gap, breaking that distance, and just punching on him anywhere, getting to the inside. Can Shakur slow Zepeda down? Can he push him back? That's going to make the fight fun. Push that dude back. Do not let him have his way. Do not let him have his way in there. I want to see how the fight going to look when he don't have his way. Do he mentally check out? Because I'm telling you, I watched this dude fight, and you could see it at some point. You'd be like, this dude know he losing. He know he losing, and it's like he just trying, but he losing. And it's like, I want to see if I get that feeling when I'm watching him fight Zepeda. You get what I'm saying? I want to see that. I want to see it. He said, man, y'all, dad, this dude is tripping. Man, we get some trolls. So y'all just make sure y'all hit that like button, sub to the channel, all that good stuff. We're going to keep building. Like I said, this is a good card with some really good fights on it. And I think it's being overlooked. Turkey put together, this is a really solid card. We get to see the return of David Morrell, Shakur, Puello Matias, great style matchup. Berlanga and Shiraz, great style matchup. That's why he don't need to talk about all this dumbass Tom and Jerry stuff. You don't need to talk about that, because this is what I was saying before. Focus on the matchups. Focus on the matchups. You focus on the matchups. You focus on the matchups, you'll get the entertainment, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he doing in this fight. I don't know if that was the plan, but I see good matchups. Yeah, these dudes freaky, ain't they? Shout out to my dog behind the hands TV, man. He said he been playing cat and mouse games with the police department. You want? Shout out to my dog for that dub. You know what I'm saying? Big Soldier Mix. What it do, homie? Did another interview 30. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He did another one with Ariel Hawani. We might cover that before. We might Shakur gonna put him slave feet to the test for sure this fight. Damn, G Ryder's slave feet is crazy, bro. Slave feet is crazy. Now look, Shakur gonna bring out whatever tools necessary to win this fight, bro. All that running stuff is weird. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't for him. That's for people that run. That's for people that don't stand their ground and fight. He do, but if the night requires him to move and control distance and range and pick his shots, then that's what he gonna do. I'm not about to complain because he ain't gonna stand there and give Zepeda his best chance. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna complain because he giving Zepeda his best chance because he ain't trying to give him his best chance at winning. Nah, you know what I'm saying? You got to come to box, smart, move, create your space. You know what I mean? Control the fight. He's typically controlling. He controls the pace of a fight. You get what I'm saying? And that's what Zepeda looking to do with that pressure. You can't allow him to do that shit. It's just that simple. If he's able to get into his groove and up his punch output, the fight changes, the dynamic of the fight, because I don't care who you are, how good you are defensively, it's extremely hard to dodge 90+ punches around. So I don't anticipate him fighting in a way that would allow him to do so.
Yeah, that's a fair point, man. That's a lot of punches. So I think that Shakur fighting fire with fire in spots, that's his best recourse right there, man. And you see the work that he's doing. I was looking at the training vlog, and they're doing some fantastic work with the countering to the body, countering the jab with the uppercut to the solar plexus.
Right.
Countering the jab with the I seen one clip where he was working with the guy on the pads. He swam underneath the jab and like went out to the weak side and came over the top with the left hand. We seen when Tevin Farmer drops Zepeda, It was when Zepeda was shooting his jab. He counted over the
Right.
top of the left hand. And that's a shot that
DB3
he's
Coach
very,
Randall,
very
what it
susceptible.
do, man? When you coming up, man, you gotta come up and chop it up, man. He say he got Shakur winning by stoppage. Talk to him, man. Look, I'm. This is his moment to shine. I don't know how you seen it at, but the few fights where they would consider like challenges or step ups or moments, he's always shine. He's always shine. Like I feel like a moment obviously was beating up his girl's brother. That was just a weird situation. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, and it was a title fight, right? I felt like that was good for him. You know, Herring obviously, he missed weight on the scale. He went out there and performed beautifully against Conceição. Moved on up. You know, he cooked. You know what I'm saying? He cooked Yoshino. Dela Santos went the other way because he was
very
sick and
impressive
injured.
to me, bro.
So you get me. He got a chance to really show what he's been showing. That's why I'm like, I don't know what fighter y'all watch. I'm not trying to be funny, bro. I don't know what fighter y'all be watching. I don't, man.
I always say, it's very important when we say, hey, well, so-and-so didn't fight anybody, we got to look at what they look like relative to everybody else. And I say that to say this. Robson Conceição is a very formidable opponent.
Oh, yes, sir.
This dude is
you
an
already know
Olympic
my
gold,
guy, man.
Olympic gold medalist.
Shout out to the DB3 fan real quick, man. Let him know, man. We rocking with him over there, man. Shout out to Coach Randall, man.
Big shout out to DB3. No, I said big shout out to DB3. I'm going to see my guy Keyshawn get back on track. I'm a big fan of Keyshawn Davis. Awesome guy when I met him. He's very, very personable. So I ain't going to crucify him for that hiccup that occurred. You know, I want to see him get back on track. But as far as Robson Conceição is concerned, yeah, it's an Olympic gold medalist, quality fighter. And we've seen him in there with other guys that are not only quality fighters, but also some that have names, notable guys. Like when he was in there with Emmanuel Navarrete, that was a tough fight. He gave Navarrete all he could handle.
Rob, what it do, homie?
What was that, like a split draw or something like that? The fight with Oshaki, that fight was so close that they had to run it back twice. But when he got in there with Shakur, he looked like he ain't even really belong in there for real.
Right.
So when you talk about levels, in my humble opinion, that's what it looks like. It's not just like Hall of Fame or bust. You got the guys that are novices, the guys that are prospects, the guys that are contenders, fringe contenders, and champions, and then, title holders. Then we have champions. You know, so Shakur, every step of the way, he's been stepping up. And I think that Williams Zepeda is a hell of a fighter, but I think he's an okay technician. So I can see the danger that he possesses.
Right.
And I hate to be the tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist, but Big Supreme and I, we were talking about this, just the matchmaking.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the guys that he's been in there with, if people think that Shakur is pillow-fisted, what the hell do you call Maxie Hughes?
Punching with Sean, ain't he?
Maxie Hughes got 4 knockouts in like 39 fights, bro. Like, it's crazy. So I say that to say this. He's been matched up with guys that were there to absorb what he was bringing, but didn't necessarily have the artillery to contend with him. And we've seen with Kevin Farmer, who's not the biggest puncher. He got dropped in that fight. Against Jojo Diaz, he got wobbled several times. Actually, Jojo landed the shots that had more steam on him.
Right.
It was surprising to see, like watching the replay. Now he outworked Jojo for sure. He threw 1,536 punches.
Right.
So the guy's got an engine. But the one thing that I looked at in that fight was by the 6th or 7th round, a lot of those punches were arm punches. So it was like, yeah, he's working, but he ain't really turning them over. Ain't really much snap on them shots.
Right.
He's just working. He's just scoring points. So I think if he works like that against Shakur, just given his technical deficiencies, and I'm talking about just technique. Like when he shoots his jab, a lot of times he leaves his feet to shoot his jab. He's falling in. I think he's going to be running into a lot of body shots. That's what I said yesterday. Shakur was about to come out with his own condiment line. Sweet baby coolers, like the barbecue sauce, going to be a whole lot of sauce on them ribs, a lot of counters to the body. I think he's just going to break them down systematically. And I feel like Zepeda, it puts him in a tough spot because he's got to be something that he hasn't been throughout his career, which is efficient and economical. When I say economical, I don't mean conservative. Like he got to go out there and change up his game plan, but I do think that he's got to focus a little bit more on making the shots count. Because if he's out there just winging shots, that only increases the risk that he runs into being ran into something. Much like my man Yoshino, he found out real quick early in the fight. He was in there just letting his hands go without thinking there was gonna be no consequence, and bam, next thing you know, he looked like the rug got pulled out from underneath him. Stiff left hand right on the chin. So I see it being one of those type of fights. But once again, I think that William Zepeda is a hell of a fighter. I was watching that on the ground, on the zone. I really like his character. He seems like a very sincere guy. Very earnest. He works hard. But there comes a point in time where you're working hard. The guy that you're going to be in there with, he works hard too. But he also happens to be a lot more skilled. And that's generally where the separation comes from skill, acuity, and application. And I just feel like William Zepeda is at a deficit in this fight. Because up at a certain level, yeah, you can outwork guys who are just a little bit better than you, but they don't have the gas tank, they don't have the engine, they're not working as hard. But when you get to a point like this, with a guy like Shakur, that guy works. I would implore anybody, watch his training vlogs and just look at the work that he does, not just boxing from a technical standpoint, but I'm talking about strength and conditioning. It's core work. You see the guy in the interview had to pay him a compliment like, man, I didn't really know you was built like that.
Yeah.
And I peeped it yesterday when he was at the Boys and Girls Club. He did the charity event at the Boys and Girls Club out there in Newark, and he was out there in the tank top. I was like, damn, he was looking like he just came home. That's big homie core right there. So he's in peak condition.
You got
another thing too.
And you got headphones in?
Yeah, hold on. I'm about to switch to my laptop.
Bet. I'm about to say you sound a little muffled. Bet. They paid it down based on actual statistics and percentages. Core preparation is highly underrated, and that's what I'll be speaking to. I think because you've been able to give me a peek inside of preparation and just being on point, shit like that, right? And I feel like that shit is key. Like with fights, when you taking the big fights, the moments, the step ups, the challenges, right? The right names, when you get the right guys in front of you, it's all about preparation, especially when you ain't lacking skill and you ain't lacking talent and things like that. Shit like preparation and execution is just gonna get you over the hump, right? Having the right people around you, putting in the right work. Like you hear people always talking about how hard they work, but it's only so hard you can work after a while. You got to put in smart work. So work not just harder, but smarter. You know what I'm saying? He said, will it be boring? I don't think so, Creo. I don't think so. I wasn't bored with Padley. I think the only quote unquote fight that you could argue was boring was De Los Santos. And I wouldn't argue with nobody about that. But I've never seen any other fight that would be considered, boring for me. You know what I mean? I hear people throw Nakatila. Ant broke that down perfectly. I don't think that was a boring fight either. Plat Boy, what it do? He mentioned it, but it's a lie because, in boxing, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't shrink the ring as it go on. Like, that shit sound good, but that ain't nothing that he's capable of doing. Shakur got the wisest owls in the nest in that gym, and that's what I like, bro. I progressed in talent to the level of Shakur. I think this would be the toughest fight, and how his mental. He can't hit him and getting countered. Yeah, that's why I want to know when he's not having his way. What it'll look like. Will he shut down? Will it turn off? Will he just keep trying to throw caution to the wind till he lands something? Like, could he be mentally broken? Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Just by being outboxed or outclassed, can Shakur provide a performance that's going to look like that the fans going to be able to enjoy and get behind? And I think it'll be a good one. I don't think it'll be boring. But I understand the question, though, because of what all the things that's being said and, the labels that people put on them and all this different stuff. So That's why I figured. Yeah, it's some BS. I think he's just having fun, man. Shakur look at it as trolling, and he took it in stride, man. He said, Jerry gonna be beating Tom ass, whooping Tom ass. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep rolling, man. That card is gonna be a banger. It's fun. I think all the matchups, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it, man. But Shakur gonna show out. That's my final take, man. And we're gonna keep pushing, man. Something I seen, I came across, Benavidez had made some recent comments, pertaining to Canelo Alvarez and his team. And he ain't bite his tongue, man. Let me let y'all hear what David B had to say.
If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me, especially since, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him. So he never got off
You think
steroids.
he's on steroids?
Of course.
Sure.
How does five?
You saw De La Hoya
How do five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids?
Right.
You know what I mean? All those fucking dudes in that camp are dirty.
Man, he said Canelo and all them dudes in that camp on steroids. He said he was really confident you'll get in there and you'll get in there and scrap. My bad, y'all. Just sending the text. So the Peter's like Pitbull. Nah, I think he a little more complex than Pitbull. I think a little more complex than Pitbull. Pitbull just come forward, load up with a lot of uppercuts, but he got some similarities to the approach because they have times where they don't utilize the jab the way they should. They have moments where they don't utilize the jab the way they should. So I think he definitely different than Pitbull. Bigger frame, longer. You know what I mean? Different physical dimensions, so he'll be able to bring a different kind of challenge. So Pitbull, short arms, too small. You get what I'm saying? Too small. So I think that's what put him at a disadvantage. He be fighting guys that, is just bigger than him. He's just too damn small. That's his problem, and he abandoned his jab. But yeah, Canelo, man, that's some strong words from David B. David B said what he said, man. He said, look, Sal, you still on steroids. He said if you was confident, you know what I'm saying, then you'll get in that ring, man. But you don't feel like you clean. You got all these guys over there in your camp popping dirty. He said that whole camp wild. And he said what he said. I did hear some type of whispers about Benavidez possibly willing to fight. Canelo possibly willing to fight Benavidez after this fight with Crawford. But I believe that shit when I see it. You know what I mean? I don't think we'll ever see that fight. I feel like Canelo understands that Benavidez is a much bigger physical body. I think he's bigger naturally than a Dimitri Bivol. If you see how that fight worked out for him, it went bad for him. One of the problems was, he just was out of his weight class and element. And I think getting in there with Benavidez, a guy that's looking to throw that many punches and really hurt you in there, that's not a style that he's looking forward to standing on the other side of him. He's not even going to give a young man an opportunity to beat his ass, which is crazy. I mean, you robbing the fans, low key, of a great fight, man. There's no reason why you shouldn't fight that man. You should fight him. You should fight him 100%. Shout out to my dog, my homie, Opulent LDTV. How you feeling, Brody? Ivan Curry said Canelo will take Crawford out in 7 rounds, but it's just too small for the champ. I feel you. Look, but I don't think so. I don't think he's too small, and I don't think he's No, I don't think Bud too small for him. I think people would be surprised. Look at Bud go to work.
Come here, little dude. Come here. You did. You did. Who said? I'm not that. What about? You did, Nico. You did. You did, Nico. How am I that? I can slam you. You can't. One, two. Hey, no, you need best out of 3. Come on, you need best out of 3. You need best out of 3.
I'm talking about the best out of 3 out here throwing super middleweights on the ground, bro. Wait, hold on. Nah, Nico at 60, ain't Nico at 60? I think Nico at 60. I might have tripped out. Nico at 60. Shout out to Ivan. Yeah, man, it's all good, bro. I respect that. I think I think Zepeda's pretty rugged. Pitbull is just more of a crash test to me. He could be even more reckless, you know what I'm saying? Because he only know one way and he trying to knock your block off. Zepeda don't load up like Pitbull do. Zepeda's a little more obviously busier, a lot busier. So he emulates some of what Pitbull does for sure.
for sure. But look, man, he out here throwing middleweights on the ground, man. Bud pretty strong, and I'm pretty sure that dude is heavier than 160 right now. You know what I'm saying? Nico Ali Walsh. So I know it's only Nico, but Bud is just one of those guys. I just think he's a freak athlete, bro. I do. I think he's extremely gifted as an athlete, and I think he could potentially surprise some people with his performance. You know, it's an uphill battle. It's really tough, but get him, bud. Go to work, bud. Go to work, bud. Go to work. Gotta love it, man. But that guy, man. Look, he gonna show Canelo that this ain't easy. That's what Canelo banking on. That's why he fighting him. He like, oh, he's too small and he don't move that much. So this should be easy. I don't think he getting rid of Bud in 7. I don't think he no super duper big puncher. I don't think he no super duper big puncher. I don't think he no super duper big puncher at all. Man, big shout out to my homie, man, my broski, man. OP, Opulent LDTV. Come right in, blessing the chat. Blessing the homie with that dub in the cash at my dog, man. Day one supporter. How you feeling? And I appreciate the
and we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to my brother Oppen. Appreciate you, family. He said a little E40 slapping in the gym. Y'all crazy. 5 G's. What it do, homie? You fool. You a fool, man. A little E40. Canelo puts rehydration calls. Oh, so let's talk about it. I'm glad you said that, Reef. And shout out to my dog Oppen and everybody that continues to support the grind. This is the second build of the day, and y'all right here rocking with me. And we gonna get to it. We gonna keep building. I'm glad you brought that up. I did read that there's no rehydration clause because Bud Crawford suggested it. No rehydration clause, so you don't give a how big Canelo gonna get. So I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Listen, styles make fights. I get it. Size matters. Weight classes do matter, but I'm telling you, I don't think the size is the size differential is going to be the deciding factor. The biggest deciding factor is going to be can Bud perform at an optimal level at 168. That's what I want to know. Can he perform at the optimum level? You know what I'm saying, and not be, affected by the weight gain. And I don't think he bulking up. People keep saying that, but you seeing him work out. He's gonna work out. But the fact that he's saying no rehydration clause, he good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to Ivan Curry over here. All opinions is welcome and respected. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. I know Bud fighting an uphill battle, bro, but I got faith in him. And the reason I said that, listen, I understand that he ain't no damn Earl Spence. I truly, 1,000,000% understand that he ain't an Earl Spence. But remember, just think about if y'all remember how Bud was counted out in that fight. And I'm not saying Canelo's Earl. We get it. I ain't saying Earl's 100%. But the way Bud prepared for that fight, he took away EJ's jab. You could try to say, oh, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. But he out-jabbed Earl Spence. He took away Earl's jab. That shit was crazy. You can't tell me, like, despite what you might have felt was missing from EJ, right? Respect. Look at how he beat him. It wasn't like it was just like, all right, they going at it, and it was just like some lucky. No, he dominated from round 1 to 12. Arguably, maybe EJ might have got the first round. And punches like maybe, possibly, quite possibly. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Canelo would do a rehydration call above 1-1. You get what I'm saying? Wouldn't? Yeah, he probably wouldn't. But Hilltop is good. It's refreshing to hear that the reason, or one of the reasons, or the guy that you would think would want one. It's like, hell no, nah, I don't need no rehydration calls. Yeah, let his ass get as big as he want. I'm telling you, y'all forgot, man. Not too long ago, they was talking about how bad Canelo knees was. They was talking about how bad his knees was and how he can't move that way. Now all of a sudden he a new guy. He ain't new, bro. He getting his man. I'm rocking with Bud. I'm going down with Bud Crawford. I'm sorry. I ain't sorry, actually. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You heard what Benavidez said. Let me roll the clip again. Y'all don't you heard what David B just said. And I ain't say it because David B said it. And if y'all got problems, see David B.
Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me, especially since, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him. So he never got off
You think he's on steroids?
Of course. Sure.
How does
You
saw De La Hoya
how do five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids? Right. You know what I mean? No, all those fucking dudes in that camp are dirty.
Man, the whole camp, bro. He said the whole camp. Bud sparring with Chris Eubank. He's sparring with some 68 pounders. I seen him doing some sparring with Lester Martinez, and prayers to him and his situation. I heard he's been suffering with some crazy migraines or something to that effect. Heard he's been suffering with some migraines. You know what I'm saying? Heard he's been suffering with migraines. So, and he had to pull out his fight or something like that. So yeah, I heard Bud been sparring with 68 pounders, some real ones, some big guys, and he preparing. Like the reason I brought up the Errol Spence fight is not to highlight and say that Canelo and Errol is the same fighter. I'm just highlighting the preparation in order for my bad. Bud gonna make Canelo quit on the stool. Yo, if he do that, that's impressive. That's super impressive. If he can do that, that's super impressive. Hold on. He said he gonna make him quit on the stool. Is crazy. Shit is dumb, man. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I was sending a text. My bad. He said, damn, it was a perfect sparring match for Bud with Lester. Yeah, man. Lester, I read that he's been having these really bad migraines and he had to pull out his fight or something like that recently. He had to pull out his fight. So that's unfortunate. Prayers to him. But Bud is what I was speaking to about the Spence fight, the preparation that it took for him to perform that night. Like, yo, he made Errol Spence like he fell completely off a damn cliff, bro. You get me? And I get he might have been injured, not good, weight out of all of that shit, right? Cool. But still, to neutralize his jab, to drop him early and just batter him the way like people don't even like watching that fight because of how it looked. You understand what I'm saying? So Bud Crawford and Bomac do a really good job at preparing. And I think he gonna give it his best shot, win, lose, or draw. And I'm cool with that. Because I ain't never seen a fight that Terrence Crawford didn't win or definitely wasn't trying to win. I ain't never seen him get in there and just fight for money and don't want to prove it. So, and you get me, OP, and I get it. I'm not trying to like dig into that bag of worms, but his preparation, OP, for how consistently how he dominated. You get what I'm trying to say? That's preparation. That ain't that what we seen is What we seen is my bad. What we seen was the product of a guy that is well prepared. And not only do he prepare well, he executes. That shit was beautiful. As much as I hate to see it, I hate seeing Errol Spence get beat up like that. I'm gonna always rock with him, always. But damn it, you get me? And I was rocking with EJ for the win until I seen Bud come out there with that damn fishing net. I wanted to change my pick, but I ain't like that. I'm rocking with my guy. But it is what it is. I support both, but that's preparation. You don't beat that guy that way if you don't prepare. You don't beat him like that. You get me? You don't beat him like that. You don't beat him that convincingly if you get me, if you're not prepared. He had to be prepared to deal with that man and beat him like that, bro. And that shit was impressive. So that's all I'm saying. I put a lot of stock into Bud Crawford and Bo Mac, the team, and them being able to craft a game plan that will get them a dub. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Creole the Traveler, man. I appreciate you. You already know, man. We going to just keep building. We going to run that 10K down. You hear me? Shout out to everybody that continues to rock out with me, too. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Damien said, I don't know what nobody say. Bud beat a 99% good EJ. Errol waited for 5 years, gave Bud more than enough time to prepare for EJ. Hey, look, remember to your point, Damon, remember when he said y'all should have never let me grow into the weight class? Remember he said that? Remember Bud said that? Y'all should have never let me grow into the weight class? And then when he did, it was like it was over. He just started beating everybody's ass. He just started beating ass, knocking everybody out. All knockouts. Think about it. He moved up a weight class and started smoking everybody. That's a special talent. And I'm telling you, maybe I'm wrong. And Canelo just gonna have to learn me one. That's all. I know it's the possibility that he could lose, but I'm really banking on how competitive this guy is. We just watched him throw Nico Ali Walsh on the ground. He said, I could slam you. He said, no, you can't. He threw him right on the ground, bro. And not for nothing, he's not a wrestler, right? But it was another wrestler that he was wrestling with in the gym, and he outworked him. Y'all ain't see Bud out-wrestle the wrestler in the gym? That dude is a freak athlete. I swear he is. That's how I see him. He ain't a regular guy, and he's super competitive. You think he gonna be cool with Canelo Alvarez beating his ass? Hell no. We ain't giving Bud enough credit for being competitive. If he gonna lose, he gonna go out trying. That's all Just Do saying. If he's gonna lose, he gonna go out trying. You get me? He's gonna go out trying. Shout out to Bud Crawford for being a hell of a competitor, man. For being a hell of a competitor. They gotta put some respect on his name. Look how he dragged the young boy. Know what I'm saying? Look how he did the young boy, man. Why he grabbed the young boy by the hair? Yo, Bud just be on bully time, bro. He ain't about to lay down for no Canelo because he decided to move up before he did. That's all it was. That's all it was, bro. Bud might be. I think Bud is a little taller than Canelo. All Canelo did was move up first because he seen opportunity. That's all it was. I'm telling you, don't be blinded by that. If Bud Crawford can compete at a high level with that weight on him, Canelo Alvarez in trouble. I'm telling you, if that weight don't compromise his movement, his execution, the way he throws punches, his speed, if that shit is not compromised significantly, Canelo gonna have a good fight on his hands, y'all. He gonna have a great fight on his hands. I really believe that. I do. I really believe that. You know what I'm saying? I really do.
Who's the hardest puncher you ever faced?
Shit, D.
Who?
These nuts.
Got him.
Yeah, see,
you a grown man.
No.
You just talked about the pause, and you went to
do all that pause and that
1995.
And you got got him. Just take your L. Just take your L, sir, and keep that.
All right, but who's
the hardest puncher that I got hit by? I don't know. He the strongest.
Yeah,
he definitely the strongest puncher. He can punch. But I still had to say Gamboa. He caught me with the hardest. Right. He caught me with the hardest punch.
That was fast. Maybe you didn't see it.
Yeah.
He was so fast.
Yeah, he caught me with the hardest punch.
Yo, bro. Yo, when somebody say D, you gotta just let it go. Don't say who. Hey, D's nuts. He said you a grown man. He was just talking about the pause. Yo, Bud is wild. But I'm telling y'all, War gone, yeah, 168. Here we come. Yo, I'm telling you. Yo, tell me, hey, 2 cents. He's seen opportunity. Now, Canelo's skill, no doubt. His skill and his experience been getting him through. He's a real threat. He's a A-level fighter, no matter how lazy people think he is. That dude is A-level, bro. He is. But he just seen an opportunity. All he did was move up before Bud. I'm telling you. Bud about to get out there and work, bro. We got to at least put some respect on his name for never laying down to nobody. That's all I'm saying. Canelo gonna beat Terrence Bud Crawford. He gonna have to work. That's all I'm saying. And I'm cool with going down with this shit. We rocking with Bud Crawford over here. Team B&B. You know what I'm saying? Bo Mac, man, get me a shirt. Give me a warm up. Give me a jogger or something. You know what I'm saying? With Team Crawford on the back. You get me? Get me one of them joints. You know what I mean? I'm sporting some Team Crawford gear come September, man. I gotta go find me a Bud Crawford shirt to rock, man. We putting that energy in the air, man. This the same person that was smoking on that pack, man. Damn, EJ was like, man, we from Jamaica. We smoke Bud. I'm like, damn, that was a cold line. And Bud said, bro, I'm from the hood. I smoke everything. You get me? And then he went to work. So, like, I just ain't counting nobody out like that. That's all. He said PDs versus Bud. Walter was good with it. Walt was good. Greg Hackett is the worst trash ever. So, nah, man. Listen, over here, Walt, we support Greg Hackett. He's a jewel to the boxing community. You need more people like him, bro. Look, he can give you insight that guys from the outside can't give you. Don't look at his boxing record and reduce him to that. Don't reduce him to his boxing record. Nah, really go look at how he went. I think he fought from like welterweight up to heavyweight, like really deep dive. Like he took a lot of wild ass fights. I ain't making no excuse for him. That's just me doing more than surface level information. You could just look at his record and say, oh, he got mad losses. Go look at how many different weight classes he was fighting in and the different people he was fighting. You know what I'm saying? And look, yeah, so what? He wasn't a world champion or, had the craziest record. But that dude boxing knowledge is fucking unmatched. I don't care what nobody say. I've heard that dude talk for years. Greg Hackett, boxing knowledge is fucking unmatched, bro. I'm telling you, and people like that need to be appreciated. He got good energy. He building, he dope. I like him. I mean, shit, fuck them wins. He winning now. You get what I'm saying? He coaching people. Like, did you ever see him coach? You know what I'm saying? You ever see him coach a guy to a victory? Shout out to Behind the Hands. He witnessed it. Greg coached his man to victory after getting knocked down. He a lot more than his boxing record. And I stand on that. That dude is he for the community, bro. Trust me. I know you might have went back and forth. I don't know what your situation is, but over here, nah, man, I run 100%. I rock with Greg Hackett. And shout out to his co-host, his man Fighting Words with Bang. He another one. Them some real dudes, man. We got to support the real, bro. I can't trash that man for his boxing record. You ever heard him talk? Like, listen to his knowledge. Listen to his breakdowns. And he fair no matter who he talking about. If it's a Philly fighter or if it's a Jersey fighter, he going to keep it a bean. Like, you got to rock with him. You get what I'm saying? I just urge you to take a different look at him. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't going to be a world champion. It just goes to show you how difficult boxing is. But look, that man had them fights, fought all different weight classes, took fights on short notice, all type of shit. Yo, he just fought Brian Norman Sr. That man is for the community. Now we gotta salute that man. I'm sorry, bro. That's how I look at it. I rock with the dude. I rock with him. I don't give a damn about no wins or no losses, bro. That don't determine if I rock with you. I like the individual. He genuine. To me, he seemed thorough. You know what I'm saying? And he got good intentions, bro. And he bring good content to this YouTube space. You know what I'm saying? I rock with dude. I do. You know what I'm saying? I get you, but nah, fuck his boxing record. Nah, his boxing knowledge is where it's at. His breakdowns are next level, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to my homie YSM. That the reason I know who Greg Hackett is. I mean, I'm glad he got a channel, yo. He for the boxing community, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them wins and losses. You know what I'm saying? It's the kind of person you is. He got all his faculties. He got a dope channel. You know what I'm saying? He be coaching. He be in the mix. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, people like that, we got to embrace him, man. He for the people. Real shit. That dude is for the people, man. Y'all, I ain't never had a bad interaction. And he's solid in real life. You know what I'm saying? Dude be having fans. I ain't even get to, like, run down on him because he has so many people like running up to him after the Boots fight. I hear real one, man. He got some real support. out here. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. I get it though. Some people, everybody different. Like everybody rock with who they rock with. But for me, I just like genuine people. And even in boxers, like I don't care about dudes losing. You can have a losing record. Like I done interviewed people that ain't have no record. You know what I'm saying? I done interviewed people that done took a loss and multiple losses. I don't care about that. Like if you're a genuine person and you striving for something, I gotta rock with it. Some of the best trainers wasn't world-class boxers. You get what I'm saying? Derrick James wasn't a world champion, but look how solid he was as a coach. How solid he been as a coach. People clown Bomac and his record or him getting knocked out. Look how successful he is as a coach. He's a brilliant boxing mind, and that's what Greg Hackett is. He's used all them experiences, them losses, fighting in different weight classes, learning the business of boxing. That dude really got something to offer to this space that I think if you're a real one and you like content, you embrace that dude and you salute him because he's a real one. And I hope he look at me the same way because I'm just in this space trying to be genuine. That's a real dude. I'm telling you. And energy always solid. You know what I'm saying? He a comedian when he want to be like but most importantly, the main thing is the main thing. Y'all gonna talk some boxing over there. Bro gonna drop the link. Like you get what I'm saying? He'll extend the platform for you to come up there and speak. Us as content creators, we got to salute each other, man. When you find a solid one, doing good work out here, fighting that good fight, as I like to call it, gotta rock with that man. Got to. I got to. You ain't gonna get me to say nothing bad about him. Solid in real life too. Nah, that's a good dude. But let's keep building, man.
1000%, man. And I also think that it's important when you talk about a guy like Greg that you look at the record in its proper context.
Mm-hmm. And I get you
like
saying
that. It really
like
highlights
as a
the
fighter, he wasn't
importance.
that good. I get it, but shit.
Nah, I think Greg. If you ever seen Greg work, like his like his sparring and all that, he got skills. This is what you said a few minutes ago. He's fighting at heavyweight. I just seen Greg at the Boots fight. He's probably even shorter than me, and you know I'm not a big guy. So it's like,
right.
This dude be fighting all the way up at heavyweight just because somebody dropped the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not affiliated with the right promoters, the right managers, and so on and so forth.
Right.
And you got other guys like Greg, admittedly, where he's
right
in and out of the boxing gym, running in and out of the street. And you got 1 foot in boxing, 1 foot out of boxing.
Right.
So who could you learn from?
Right.
Better than the guy that can tell you all of the pitfalls.
You get me?
To avoid. And I think that's why a lot of times it seems like the guys who aren't necessarily or weren't necessarily the best pros make the good teachers because they can give you all sides of the game. They can tell you the things that they should have done as far as discipline and how not being disciplined affected their career, or how aligning themselves with certain promoters and certain experiences that they've had, how they turned out to be negative or positive or in between. So, man, big
and
shout
that's
out
one
to
of the
Greg.
only
He knows
dudes
his
like,
shit, bro.
He ain't tripping off his boxing record because I think he understands the way I do. He got more to offer than just what he did in the ring. You know, sometimes that ain't gonna be the story for him. His story ain't gonna be, hey man, I was a world champion, I won all these titles, and I did this. And I get it. I don't want to get too deep on it because I get it, bro. You was just talking some shit. It's all good, but like I said, I just wanted to make sure people know where I stand. Like for me, I'm really just dude for real. I don't care who you are, where you from. If you represent this sport and talking about it the right way, you got something to offer, I'm saluting you and you're going to get your just due for real. Like, that's just one of the solid ones. But yeah, had a rough pro career, but shit, I think his story is not over.
Too.
I think his story not over.
Is very important in my opinion. Mental gifts can't always overcome physical talent. And we see it all the time with some of the physical guys. We got guys that are tremendous athletes, but they may not necessarily
be a hell of a coach when it's all said and done, bro. I think he could be a hell of a coach. I really do. I think that could be part of his story. Like, damn, you're gonna hear people like, look, think about it, Bomac. Look at his record. He got knocked out. Big Mac, Bomac, Cheetos, all that stupid shit. He's very successful. He's been to the pinnacle of the sport. He's been there for a long time. He been coaching since 2008, one of the best fighters in the world to this day that literally had to jump weight classes because he's still chasing greatness. You get me? So that could be legacy remains. That could be Greg Story at the end of the day, he's coached some fighters. He got some hands. He putting his imprint on the boxing game. I like to see it. And then he giving you good color commentary with his YouTube channel, with his guy Bang that be up there. So I like it, but I get it though. You was just talking some shit. Nah, you could look. You could have your opinion, but I don't know what you thought I was gonna say. Shit, you could feel how you feel, but over here, Just Do going yeah. Just Do gonna give the real ones they just do always, man. And that's just one of the solid ones. I don't give a damn about that record. Shit, one of my favorite fighters got multiple losses. Shit, Mike Tyson getting his ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? That's still my guy, still my favorite heavyweight of all time. And then Wilder. But shout out to G Hackett, man. Shout out to Wall. It's all good, man. Everybody got their opinion. You could feel how you feel, but that's just for me. I'm rocking with him over here. He's on the wrong side of the business of boxing. Late notice fights, no camps, fought out his division, literally fought anyone for the bread. I'm telling you, he did. Like that's why I say, like, don't just go surface level when you discuss him. Like, really, like, peel them layers back. Pretty interesting dude. Pretty interesting career, to say the least. And boxing, tough as shit, too.
Gabe Rosado broke it down succinctly when he had that exchange with Bill Haney, when he was talking about the route. Like, if he would have had the connection for the protection, and he could have went a route that was more favored.
Right.
You see it happen all the time where guys start out their careers, and I don't mean this in any disrespect to Edgar Berlanga, but
he say like him,
16 straight KOs in the first round when he first started, and when he stepped up in competition, people start having some reservations about the young man. So like that right there shows you the power of matchmaking. Like if they want to, they know how to make people look like killers.
Right.
So,
oh man, is this real? Spence saying it's over he's saying it's over. Max Errol Spence set to retire from boxing after 2-year layoff. Man, Rolly's gonna speak facts every time. Look, hey, Walt, I could level with you there. Look, Rolly is an honest idiot, and I mean that respectfully. He's a fool at heart, but he is gonna be honest as he can, right? I do think he, from his position, he feels like he's speaking honestly. Like he gonna say the first thing that comes to his mind. He's not gonna filter it. He gonna talk his shit. So there is some substance in some of the things that he say. He's not completely 100% a troll all the time. Like I've heard him say some of the realest shit that I could have, and I had to double take. Like, oh shit, is this Rolly? So I know for a fact he's a character. He knows it. But through the character, he's a pretty interesting dude too, and he's an overachiever. See, people like the average person to tell you, they'll tell you Rolly trash. I don't sit up here and say that. Rolly is unorthodox. He's a late bloomer, and he do shit his way, and he an overachiever. Dude started talking at like what 12? They said, how old was he when he started talking? He ain't shut up since. But now he's an overachiever.
A judo practitioner that was converted into boxing.
So Rolly's an interesting guy, bro. I'm just big on like giving everybody they credit unless I feel like I can do this shit better than you. Or I can do what you do, then maybe I can talk a different way. So like I said, when boxers talk about one another, it's gonna come from a different place because they do it. Just Do is a content creator. I kind of like check myself and stay in my lane. And if I'm gonna be talking about the sport, I want to make sure that my commentary includes that I'm really paying attention to what each guy had to offer and what they bring to the table, no matter what my criticism is, right? I think that levels it all out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got opinions, but I'll tell you in a heartbeat how a guy is an overachiever. A guy like Rolly, he beat the odds. He could retire right fucking now or get knocked out in his next fight, and he had a successful career. There's nothing you could take from him. He made money that he was never going to make in his career. You know what I'm saying? He made money. Like I heard he made between 5 and 5.5 million beating up Ryan. So that's special. He beat the odds.
That's beautiful, man. I had a thought the other day just when I was perusing IG and I'm looking at several fighters like Errol Spence, and I saw that Danny Garcia just retired, and I'm looking at the backdrop. He's there with his woman, and they got this big ass pool, beautiful yard, and some people would say, "Oh, Danny Garcia is this, that, and the third," especially after the way the Lara fight went. But I said to myself, "Damn, it's hard to denigrate that man because he bled for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, figuratively. But we use the expression blood, sweat, and tears to highlight all of our trials and tribulations en route to achieving our goals. But these guys literally bleed for this shit. Like you see Errol Spence and he's out there at his girls' soccer games. The fact that he could afford all of that stuff and the lifestyle for them, he bled so they could afford that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo. So it's hard for me to denigrate any man. And I do believe that there's a way in which we could talk about just skills alone. That's why I prefaced what I said about William Zepeda's fighting skills with the fact that I actually like William Zepeda. Like after watching interviews and stuff, and he just seems like a very earnest guy and he's very hardworking. So I think it's very important to show all of these fighters the respect that they deserve. And just all of us as human beings, because everybody's trying to make it on a day-to-day basis, whether you're a boxer, an electrician, a delivery person, a sanitation worker, everybody has their struggles and strife, and everybody's doing the best that they can. So, yeah, man, that denigrating fighters, like that shit is weak as hell. That shit is trash. I think that there's a way in which you can just talk purely about boxing without the name calling, without the demeaning and berating. But yo, Judge, did you discuss this? Anthony Kakachi suffered a back injury. Raven just posted that 10 minutes ago. He's pulling out of the fight with Ray Ford on August 16th. So he's no longer in the fight, bro. Anthony Kakachi. I wonder who they're gonna replace him with. I was just saying that, bro. Saying, golly. I wonder who they're gonna find as a replacement. Now it's time for me to do my best L-Dub impersonation, go through the rankings, see who they can find for him. Salute the Bug, also known as L-Dub, also known as the Fax Machine. Let me see what's going on, man. I wonder who can they replace him with. Where's Ford at 130?
My bad, and keep cooking, Brody.
No, I'm looking through these rankings, bro. I'm trying to see who could they possibly have Ray Ford fighting. Where's L-Dub when you need him? Yeah, call him up, man. We got to see who he's going to be in there with, man. Judah, big salute, bro. Big salute. Give him Sugar Nunez. Sugar Nunez just fought, though. He just fought recently. I wonder if he'd be willing to do that on a short turnaround. He just fought in May 28th, like about a month ago, against Rikishi. I know Ray said that he would cook that, man. I know Ray said that, so I would love to see that fight. That would be exciting. Because I like Sugar Nunez.
Tay, what's good, Brody? Todd, what's good, fam?
I like Sugar Nunez. Let's get straight to Ray and Shock. But what happened to Shock versus Cool Boy? They were supposed to be locked in for that WBC, weren't they? I wouldn't mind seeing Shock and Ray, but I thought those two were already locked into a fight. Shock and Cool Boy. Remember, he's moving up to 130. Yep. Already signed, like my guy Ty said. So, man, It was announced over a month ago that it was signed. But if we can get Sugar Nunez in place of Kakashi, I would love to see that. And it would be a title fight because, Nunez, he's the newly minted IBF champ. They had fought for the vacant. So now he's the IBF champion. And you got Ray Ford down there at number 4. The only person in front of him is Zauerbach. So I would like to see that fight. See, they got what's his name at number 1 at 130. What's my dog's name? Rocky Hernandez. They got him ranked at number 1 in the WBC. The Rocky Hernandez fight recently, though. Let me see. Let me do my Googles on Rocky Hernandez. Yo, CB, chill out, man. Rocky Hernandez, boxer. Let me see where he's at. Okay, he fought in February. So maybe they could make something happen that way. That could be a path to. More tire turned down Andy Cruz. No. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Aldo, what do you think about Rocky Hernandez as a replacement for Anthony Kakachi? Because he last fought in February, and he's ranked number 1 right now in the WBC. And 2 Cents was talking about Ray Ford fighting Shock. They're waiting for a replacement. They're waiting for a placement supposed to be on the undercard of the Tank Rose rematch, but they're having undisclosed issues that's holding it up. Yeah, I can see that because I was on Nevada State's Athletic Commission on their event calendar the other day, and it appears that Tom Brown, he got a date locked in August 16th at the T-Mobile Arena, but we don't know if that's going to pan out. But on their website, they got it. They got it locked in. So I would love to see that on the undercard. Co-main, that would be awesome. Co-main. Hopefully we hear something about that fight soon. Not just because of the main event, because of Tank and Rose, but all of the other prospective fights that could be on there. Andy has to catch him in 8 months. So who would his voluntary defense be? Let me see. Well, Andy Cruz is number 1. Oh, so I see what you're saying. Not the mandatory. So who would be available for what's the name? For I see my guy Albert Bell down there, number 9 in the IBF. I would love to see him get a shot, but I don't see that happening. Seems like that guy's been frozen out. Like that guy can't get a big fight to save his life, and he's a damn good fighter, Albert Bell. He already fought Abdullah, just beat him for the interim. Maxie Hughes is at 11. Sam Noakes, they got him at 5, but he's already locked in for Abdullah Mason for that WBO strap, so that's not happening. I highly doubt they do Floyd Schofield. He's at number 3. Mark Mike Sayo is at number 4. You saying more tire turned down Albert Bell a few months back? Oh, damn. Who is he willing to fight? Who is he willing to fight? POP, hold it down. Pimp Squad, baby. I'm legally blind. Oh, Ray turned down Albert Bell? Oh, wow. Oh, Raymond Murataya. I'm not too sure if that 9 months count from when Raymond initially won his interim or from the day he was elevated. That's why I said 8 months. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But we need something, man, because you got to be able to salvage that, man. But I could see Top Rank giving him that voluntary defense. Shout out to my guy L-Dub once again. He had mentioned this prior to the Abdullah fight. Like, it would only make sense for them to, turn him into a legitimate champion and not just a title holder. Because me personally, I believe that you're not a champion until you defend the belt. Otherwise, you're just a title holder. Or like my man Marlo in The Wire said, what good is the crown if the nigga who got it is always getting his shit took? You know what I mean? So you're going to have to defend that at least once.
My bad, Ant. Appreciate you too, bro. I had a phone call. Appreciate that. Holding me down. Shout out to my guy. He said I was muted. I seen it. We're gonna have to talk about that. That's tomorrow. That's why this is my guy right here. This is why I rock with him like this. All he do is drop information. If y'all want information, real boxing breakdowns, no like flawed ass opinions and fake narratives, I'm trying to tell y'all. I will never tell y'all to subscribe to somebody that I don't personally rock with. Dub is one of them. He another jewel in this space. Behind the Hands TV. Y'all already know Matt McQueen Casual's Corner, man. Dude is a professor of the sport. We need to embrace guys like that for real. So y'all definitely all gonna get y'all credit from me. Dub said Murataya turned down Andy Cruz. Man, that ain't no good. So like, so he can't get stripped? Hey, Dub, he can't get stripped for that? I thought you get what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be a mandatory?
He's entitled to a what's name from
Oh, they might give him a voluntary.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna get a voluntary defense. And we still gonna talk about that tomorrow, though. We're gonna boot up a whole nother live. This the second build. So we're gonna build for a bit more. I got something else I'm gonna talk about, but appreciate Ant holding me down too. But Benavidez, he on Canelo helmet. I don't think we ever see that fight. I think everything he said was he has another 8 months. Okay, shout out to Ty. Bet. So they probably gonna give him a voluntary defense, but nah, fuck that. You turning down smoke. Andy Cruz got 5 fights. What you mean you don't want to fight him? But you want to fight Shakur and shit. Nah, I want to see who he gonna fight. That's gonna say a lot about Murataya. I don't want to judge him too harshly, too prematurely, but that's not a good sign, bro. You supposed to take that smoke. I wanted to see how that fight was gonna look. Remember, they was selling that as the next fight. Oh, and Andy Cruz and Murataya. I mean, yeah, man. Shout out to Ghetto Fab, man. We be working, man. Say other than 8 months. Okay, he wasn't mandated. Yup, so he doesn't get stripped. Right, you're right. Appreciate you.
That's why I'm looking at some IBS rankings right now just to see who he can fight because Floyd Schofield, that's likely not gonna happen. Sam Noakes is tied up with Abdullah Mason.
So who the hell he gonna fight?
Abdullah, he just fought him for the interim.
That's what I'm saying. Who left?
They got Maxie Hughes at 11. They got Maxie Hughes at 11.
If he fight Maxie Hughes, we gonna jump him. He fight Maxie Hughes, we gonna jump his ass. You better not. Hey, Raymond. Don't fight Maxie, bro. Leave Maxie alone, bro. Don't fight no Maxie Hughes, G. And shout out to the fam rocking out. Hit that like button, support the grind. We ain't done yet. We got me and my good brother, the Professor and McQueen. King of Casual's Corner. And he far from a casual. That's why he got the funniest channel name, because he ain't nothing close to a casual. That man that have you overlooking fights, I'm telling you. You ain't seen shit yet. So that man got you watching shit slow motion, half speeds and shit. Rewinding and showing punches that didn't actually land versus ones that did. Telling you, you'll start looking at fights different.
Raymond is opposite. Voluntary Andy may be expected to fight a final eliminator per IBF rule.
Yeah, I figured that's what he going. Yeah, if he fight,
Yeah, if he fight Maxie Hughes behind the hands, we're gonna jump his ass. And of course, this is just jokes. I'm not, inciting violence on the channel. I'm just joking, but we're gonna jump his ass. He do that, man. Jerry gonna beat his ass, man. I thought he said he wanted to fight Jerry. You know what I'm saying? That's what Shakur should put that shit on his trunks, bro. Damn, man, put a picture of Jerry on his trunks, man. I'm dead ass, yo. Somebody tell hey, behind the hands, hit the camp up, man. Tell the crew that Champ need to put a Jerry logo on this shit. He need to put Jerry on his shit, bro. Punching Tom in his face, man. You know what I mean? Short notice shit, They get busy for the stars. Somebody need to get my boy right, man. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what his fit gonna be like, man. I liked his fit for the Padley fight, that warrior shit that he had. I like this fit for
the Arum fight when everybody's calling him Twitterson and he put the Twitterson on the trunk.
I like that outfit, the Arum joint, and one of my favorite ones was the joint for Yoshino. Them trunks and shit was fire to me. I'm big on that shit. I don't know why that always stand out to me. Like I can remember the outfit and the trunks and shit like that. Yeah, the trunks before the time. I know. Tell him we need emergency stitching, man. Stitching, patching, and find an area and put Jerry punching Tom in his square in his shit. Damn, man. I'm telling you, don't let me talk them no time soon, which I'm planning on to. But I'm gonna lean into that shit, man. They want to play with you, lean into it. I think you did a hell of a job with the Twitters and shit. I thought that was funny. Play that. They want to play that Tom and Jerry shit. I thought his answer was spot on. Jerry gonna be whooping Tom ass. That's what y'all calling me Jerry? Okay. He said Jerry gonna be whooping Tom ass. Y'all got me fucked up, man. Who y'all talking to? Jerry, Tom, and Jerry. Well, my boy say you call me Jerry and I'm whooping Tom's ass. Get that Tom and Jerry merch coming soon, man. Tom and Jerry merch coming soon.
But that's what's so ironic about that reference, man. Is like Jerry was always whooping Tom's ass.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he always get it off. Tom had some he got some get back, but a lot of the times, little ass Jerry was getting it off, man.
Barely
getting it off, man. Should be a
he
fun
almost got close at one time. He tried to eat him with the sandwich, but then Jerry threw the pepper in his face, made him sneeze.
Right.
But
right.
But them characters like that, the ones that's always quote unquote running, like Roadrunner was always getting better than the Coyote.
He always got it off. He ain't never take an L. The Roadrunner undefeated, bro.
Never took an L.
Never. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure it went through your mind. It got to a point where you wanted to see him get fucked up. I was like, there's no way, yo. I'm like, yo, Wile E. Coyote reading books. He coming up with all types of genius plans, and none of them shit's gonna work. They gonna all backfire. That cartoon pissed me off after a while. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was funny at first. I'm like, yeah, he getting away every time. But I'm like, hold on. Damn, even Tom got it off every now and again. Damn, he ain't gonna get nothing. Nah, I can't think of one episode where it worked out for him. That shit never worked. Tom only caught a W against a stray cat. That's it. Goddamn iceberg. So let's talk about it though, man. Let's keep building, because something else I wanted to bring up to y'all. Because, I always try to touch on the topics not everybody talking about. So when you get here, it ain't the same thing 6 times, by the 6th time by the time y'all get here. But I thought this was interesting from Bob Arum. And I like the timing of it. It's at the time where he already made the mistake. It is what it is. But it sounds like here that he still believes in him. And this is refreshing. You hear all these different things about Bob not promoting black fighters, this. Look, I know this is just talking. He got to deliver. But so far, so good. The only one that's gotten in Keyshawn way is Keyshawn. It hasn't been top ranked. And that was obviously with this most recent move. Yeah, it was a hiccup and a big one. But people got to give this man the opportunity to bounce back, yo. I don't like fickle-ass fans. As soon as he mess up, he lost a lot of fans with that when they not really fans. Or then again, they're fans. That's why I call myself a supporter, because the first time a fighter messes up, we throw him away. I'm not doing that to Keyshawn Davis. I believe he still got a future in the sport. The man is 13-0 with 9 knockouts. He kicking all kind of ass. And I like what Bob said here. He said it's rare to have a fighter that has so much personality that he could connect with the public. A young man, he said, has to have it in himself. This is how you become a star. He said, I think Keyshawn has the quality. Our plan is to make him the face of the sport. Now, I know that's
easier said than done. But I like the fact that you even putting things like this into the universe, man. Like, of course, you got to stand on it and deliver. But I like it, man. I like this whole notion that you didn't give up on the kid after the mistake. You get what I'm saying? Like, he a real talent, yo. That shit gonna come with some hiccups, right? Everybody ain't gonna have a perfect, scotch-free career. That shit is just not the reality for a lot of people. You're gonna make some mistakes, just like we do in life. Just because he under the microscope don't mean he ain't gonna make a mistake. Don't mean, you get what I'm saying? Shit, you more susceptible to making a mistake because now it's different pressures that come with this. Now you got money. Now you got access. Now you in situations where people ain't telling you no, and you kind of having it your way, and that shit could be intoxicating. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, don't write the kid off yet. It's one mistake, yo. Let him bounce back. He messed up. Okay, I'm pretty sure he knows that. I can't wait. His next opponent probably getting their ass beat. I'm telling you, his next opponent probably getting their ass whooped.
Man, succinctly said, Just. I mean, these are just some of the things that come with the sport. I'm not saying that they're prerequisite, like fighters have to go through struggles outside of the ring, but you just look at the history of the sport, a lot of guys have dealt with things for the reasons that you named. Additionally, you got some of their handlers who put some of these things in place as a means of manipulation and control. Hell, they had my man Mike Tyson out there on what the hell was he on? I think it was like Thorazine or some shit like that, when he was sitting down with Barbara Walters. They had him on Psych Man. Right. Man didn't even feel no Psych Man. And of course, they're giving them drugs and things of that sort. But just think about all the guys throughout the span of the annals of time, right? Like, yo, your man Aaron Pryor, arguably the greatest 140-pounder of all time, was smoking crack during his career. He was smoking crack, prostituting himself. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson was wilding out, doing all sorts of things.
Shit, didn't Manny say he did crack before?
What's my guy's name? Antonio Tarver is another one.
Yeah, him too. Manny was doing some type of drugs at one point too. Andre Ward used to drink and smoke. Still made it to be a gold medalist, undefeated world champion multiple times over. Like, Spencer won the Super Six. That dude just I can't even say Andre Ward was not gifted. I just think he put his priorities and things in the right space, and he worked extremely hard. And whatever he may have lacked naturally, he made up for it in hard work and discipline. That dude, that's why I say you really study his career, he's fucking underrated. I don't care what nobody talking about some knockouts. People kill me with that shit, man. You mean to tell me y'all look past the fact that somebody got real hands, real skills, real versatility, like layers to this dude, crafty as shit. And y'all talking about knockouts and stupid shit, power, man, this shit. Until they change the sport to power or knockouts, I ain't hearing that shit. Boxing, and that dude was one of the most talented guys I got a chance to watch. Consistently, just savvy, smart as hell, man, and
one of the most complete ever. One of the most complete ever.
Manny fought like a crackhead. He did. Manny fought like he used to be on that shit. He did admit to being on some type of
he fought like a crackhead.
Yeah, man, you had that glass too.
Yeah.
Imagine it, yo, Manny on that glass is crazy. Then he get his box and start being
he gave
like little ass Mighty Mouse. Shout out to Pacquiao, bro. Still doing it, man. He about to go out there and try to get Barrios. Hell, watch. Barrios probably might be a little too young, fresh for him still. Yeah, he's on that dirty rock, Reef. You know what I'm saying? He's on that dirty rock, G. Bro, that shit was crazy, man. Oh my God, yeah. Nah, man, but I rock with Manny. I respect him. I definitely respect his game. I respect his hunger. But back to this Keyshawn shit, though. Like I said, man, it's refreshing to know that the guy that gave him the opportunity is not throwing him away. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. They're young. They're gonna make mistakes. I don't know if it's Bob getting old or him not just being at the helm of everything, but he seemed like a lot more understanding of these young dudes and something like, they're gonna go do some shit. Yeah, he messed up a little bit, man, and then it's like, So I just, in a climate where
We write people off for one mistake. And that's why I say, like, unless you're a person that's never made a mistake in life, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear, I give up on Keyshawn. I don't want to hear that. People give up. Do you give up on yourself after a mistake? Nah, you learn from that shit, right? And you do better the next time. We ain't even allowing this dude to get a next time. So, yeah, he blew $1 million bag, but I believe he getting treated right over there at Top Rank. They literally giving him an opportunity to be a fucking star. He's about to have another crazy event at Norfolk. They rock with this dude for sure. They definitely rock with this kid. 100%. They ain't throw him away. They rock with him. They respect him. They appreciate his style and what he brings to the table. And he say he connect with them fans, man. I like that shit, man. By paying attention. You got one with Keyshawn. Just push him. Keep pushing him and don't give up on him. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Rock with the youngin, man. I want to see just how good he can be. I want to see just how good he can be, bro.
Man, I had to do my Googles on Manny behind the hands. You were close. It wasn't crack. It was meth. His drug of choice.
Meth. Oh, I had it in my head, bro.
Meth and cocaine.
Me, my apologies, y'all.
I'm reading the article right now. Yeah, that might be worse than crack, man.
Yo, I'm telling you, he fight like a meth addict.
Golly.
Manny on that point. Manny.
They asked him about the war on drugs out there in the Philippines, and he said when he was younger,
Bob standing by the roof when he wasn't willing to pay for camp outside of WA rankings, possibly. But you know what? Bud is like the rose that sprung from the concrete. I don't want to be corny, but that's like you might have tried or done things that may not have put him in the best position, but I think his winning ways kind of killed all of that. And he still, even without Bob, found his way to his biggest fight. Get what I'm saying? Now, Pacquiao, I always thought he would have beat Pacquiao. I do. I think he was long, sharp, versatile, great counter puncher. Manny, a lot of openings. I thought he would have really did some shit to Manny. I ain't gonna lie. I really, really do. Really, really do. I think Terrence Crawford would have beat him. I always did. Manny was all different. It's crazy when you call it all these names, yo. Frank Lucas, the Pookie. Yo, y'all crazy. I ain't messing with you. Man, he said out his mouth he used crack cocaine. Oh, he said it. Oh, so I wasn't bugging. I thought I was putting smut on him, bro. I ain't want to do that. So he did. I thought he did. I thought it was. But then I had meth in my head too. But I'm like, hold on. Which one is it? It's both. Yeah. So goes to show you he wasn't strung out. Bro said, nah, man, I'm gonna use all this energy for boxing. He started beating people ass. Manny is like the modern day Mighty Mouse, bro. Little ass, strong, beat your ass. And you will have him messed up if you think he's small and can't fight. Because he beat De La Hoya like he stole something, bro. That shit was highly disrespectful. Highly. He beating the big ass dude up like that. And then be smiling and shit after that, man. Get your ass out of here, man. He ain't shit funny. Boy got knocked out unconscious, bro. He almost got sent to meet him. Sent to meet his maker. That man got up from the sleep and proceeded to like smile, laugh. I said, yeah, I like Manny. I like this dude. I like him. He don't give a good goddamn. He got flatline. He got like putting me laugh forever when he got knocked out on his face. Bro, that man got up and started smiling. I said, yeah, you gotta like him. You got to. You have to like him.
Bro, Manny got put on a cake.
Yeah, they put him on a cake. Was crazy.
Put him on a cake, son.
Yes.
It was for Marquez's birthday.
McQueen diabolical for remembering that too. They put that man on the cake. They did.
Put him on the cake
and
for Marquez's birthday.
A poppy seed field, yeah. To get high on his own supply. God damn, not man. Great Manny Pacquiao.
That was a fire cake though.
Man, that's crazy, bro. Great Manny Pacquiao. Man, that's crazy work, man. Man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Oh, I got you. Hold on, let me take this off. Hold on, let me take the picture off for you. Boom. There we go. Yeah, that's wild. Putting that man on the cake is disrespectful, man. Who's the creator? You need to be locked away. Throw away the key. put that man on the cake with him standing over to work like that. That's crazy. Wasn't that for Marquez's birthday or some shit?
That's Marquez right there. That's his birthday. That was his birthday cake. They put Manny on the cake.
Somebody ain't shit, bro. Somebody said Manny. Wait, I
The
mean,
little Corona logo in the middle of the shit.
we ain't never gonna let you forget this shit. Man, I don't know what's crazier, this cake after getting slid or beating Keith Thurman and naming your dog Keith Thurman. That was wild too. Manny bogus as hell naming his dog Thurman and some shit. I'm like, yo, he crazy. He put him on his. They 2 cents. They took it to another level, bro. They said, nah, we're gonna put his ass on the cake. Bex Boxer is an ambidextrous power puncher, counter aggressor, led with the strong hand jab there. Shout out to Luke A. Who you think is the best ambidextrous power puncher though? Who you think fits the bill? Luke, talk to me while we wrapping up the live. We got about 10 more minutes. We're gonna get to the 3-hour mark, man. We put in some OT today. Shout out to everybody, man. You know, I always gotta say that because shit, this grind be serious, man. I was tired as hell before I got up here. I was like, man, I seen a clip with somebody talking and it just sparked my the energy back up. I'm like, yeah, we gonna go one more time. Ray Leonard, like that. I like that. I like that. Ray was special. Ray was special. He in Philly. When was the last time Manny Pacquiao won a fight? When he actually had random drug screening because Keith Thurman and AB Yacht waived their fight rights for the extra bread. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. The real shit. And remember, Keith, I always thought you said Ray Robinson. I like that, Luke. Ray Robinson. I can't argue them picks, bro. Can't argue. Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard. You like them sugars, okay? Okay. I can't argue that, bro.
Ray Robinson, phenomenal. I'm not mad at Todd Morris's pick of Boots either though.
But remember he said it. Remember he was what was it? When Keith Thurman shot himself in the foot when he was like, man, I don't care if he owns steroids, we don't need no drug test. He was talking now. I was like, Keith, please don't do that. And that was the day they said Manny revisited the Fountain of Youth. So I got a very I don't like that. If I ever hear that term in boxing, I'm assuming like that's code word for steroids to me. I'm gonna just say it. Don't say that. Nobody revisiting the Fountain of Youth after all them years of looking a certain way and you just look brand new again. Yeah, I had a new training camp. Nah, man, boxing do not work. Combat sports typically don't work that way. You might have a few cases, a few anomalies, but those are rare instances and you just never know either. So nah, bro. You don't just get younger in boxing after being old for years, is what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? And that's what that's what Manny did. That's what Canelo did. And that shit is borderline disrespectful to the sport. I'm telling you. Ain't no just getting younger all of a sudden. Damn, Keith Thurman, why did you say that? Hell no, I ain't trying to be funny. You were supposed to make sure if it was nothing else, it was drug testing, bro. You don't play like that. Damn, I love to interview Keith, man. Shit, you gotta get. I don't care if he never, but I want to talk to Keith one day. I think he a smart dude too. Keith Thurman, he's a smart fighter, and I would love to see him commentate more because I think he got something to bring to the sport. I really do. He's smart. Remember, Manny Pacquiao said he prayed on some salt water and he healed all his injuries. Yo, Ty, I'll rush his ass right now. I'll punch Senator Pacquiao in his face, talking that dumb ass shit, salt water. Beat your ass talking that shit, Manny. Then get knocked out right after because bro still fast and punching. Still fast and punching for OG. You know what I mean? But yeah, Ty say he don't like giving blood. Yeah, after having multiple tattoos. I thought that shit was crazy too. One time and Blair he said, hell yeah, going one time and Blair the Flair. Did I reach out to Blair or I meant to one? I'll interview Blair Cobb. Blair Cobb. I think he's an entertaining dude. He's funny, bro. And he gonna speak his mind. Anybody that'll speak their mind with no filter, I could rock with it. And he said, question, was Manny clean for the rivalries against Juan Manuel Marquez and Marco Antonio Barrera? Hey, Tony, the world may never know. You know? Did he look like Superman for them fights? Did he look like a damn human buzzsaw? I don't know, man. I never wanted to put nothing on Manny, but you know, I always listened. I always thought Floyd was a smart guy, and I don't think he was just going the type to say shit just to say it. Like, it's funny how when he got to that dude, they tried to make it seem like he was scared of him when he spent a career taking on challenges that, you know, a first part of his career taking on several challenges that people thought he might have not should have taken or would have been too much due to vision. So, excuse me, y'all. So, I don't know. Benavidez versus Opetaia, that's a great fight, Luke. A great fight, by the way, if it ever happens. Maybe it can. Maybe we see Benavidez at cruiserweight at some point. Maybe. But I just see different things from him. I think that'd be the toughest fight right off the bat for Opetaia stylistically. But that dude, I don't know, man. Did y'all see the way he crushed that last dude's jaw? If y'all did not see the doctor breakdown, man, I got a video. Not too many people watch. I got a video just explaining that. It was just like a little short display. Bro, go listen to the doctor explaining the way Opetaia crushed this dude's jaw. And even when he did it, the dude went down and pointed right to his jaw like, yo, my shit ain't right. I was like, the way, did you see it, Ant?
Yeah, I was watching that fight that morning when he got hit.
Did you
he
see
dropped down
like
one
the
knee.
doctor breakdown?
I didn't see the doctor breakdown.
I
But
got a little short video on the channel, or you could probably type it in and search it. The doctor, yo, the way they was explaining how the jaw was broken, how it like crushed, how the pressure hit from this side and shattered. Like, bro, that dude is a demon. Jay Opetaia he don't want to finish the fight. Overtime is not in his vocabulary. Distance fight, like that dude be trying to fuck you up, man. And I enjoy it. It's beautiful violence. He's a violent puncher, bro. He's a violent individual, man. It's fun. It's fun watching it. That kid is violent, though. Violent, man. Violent, man. I like it. I like Jai Opetaia, though, but maybe that's the big future fight, maybe for Benavidez. You know what I mean? Big mega fight, maybe down the line. Know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind seeing it. So I don't know why I had to put Manny in the backwood, but someone had to say it. We love him though, Ty. We just real ones, bro. We just real ones. That's all. We just real ones, man. We got love for Senor Pacquiao. You feel me? We got love for him. So he's a young fighter in the lighter division. Do you feel guys has the violent type of hitting power, even though he's not knocking out people? His punches. That's a. I have to think, Tony, on that one. I have to think on that one. That's a little tough to throw right off the head. That you could hear they punches.
I'm gonna say Bam because Bam is getting stoppages though.
He's a little underrated.
He's talking about a guy. He's talking about. I think Tony's talking about a guy with like sneaky power.
You know what?
Like, you don't necessarily get stoppages.
Divisions, but Bruno Serraz looked like he was cracking. Bruno Serraz looked like he was cracking. Like he looked like he had some shit with him that second fight. That Jaime was on this shit. Gary Antoine Russell, smoke dog. Nah, people know Gary could crack though. We know it. That dude a dog. I think Mr. Gary Russell was an underrated puncher. A little bit. I ain't gonna say power puncher, but I think a little underrated. Emiliano be cracking shit. Tony, he got a reputation for lighter weights, but he get knockouts though. Emiliano be.
I would say my pick,
knocking shit out.
My pick for underrated power would probably be Richardson Hitchens.
Who?
And Richardson Hitchens, Africa.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. He got some good swinging power, man.
Bro. Like that fight with John Bowser.
Yes, I knew it.
He was putting some heavy shit on him, and I was like,
heavy,
yo,
wasn't he?
If he was
lighting his ass up. He was lighting his ass up like a Christmas tree. They like, man, nah, he got stepped on. He need more. I'm like, bro, he beating his ass. What are you talking about? What more do y'all be need? Y'all be asking fighters to like be a totally different guy. He's stepping on this man, dropping him. He was blasting him. His punch accuracy was spot on, and that's the camp, if I'm not mistaken, and that he worked with Core. And the only reason I'm bringing that up because I've been watching Hitchens from the start. The way he controlled distance and range and like fought like with more of a sense of being in his space and ripping them. I was like, yo, you could tell who he worked with for this camp. You could tell they was working because you know what they do. I was like, man, his approach to that fight was beautiful. We beat the hell out of John Bowser, bro. Beat his ass. I see my man, great powerful little guy. Hell yeah, shoot can punch. If you ever seen him fight live, you can hear his punches from your seat. Shushu could crack. To me, you know what I mean? I know boxers gonna say something different, but that dude is
sharp,
and he can fight and he's smart.
His punches look real sharp. But yeah, my pick would definitely be Africa. I think the only thing that prevents him from accruing more knockouts is approach. That's it. Like he's content with boxing a clean fight. He's not a dude that's out there looking to administer pain, but I feel like if he was, I feel like he just don't know his own strength, man. Because his right hand, the thing that really surprised me in that fight with Parrow was like every time he touched Parrow with the right hand, Parrow looked like he didn't want to press the issue.
Yeah.
Which was crazy to me because he was a lot more active versus Subriel Matias, the guy that's known as the bigger player.
Right. That's a great observation, bro. Yeah, Subriel fighting this weekend. So what are you guys' opinions on young Mikey Garcia while we wrapping up? Because we're in the ninth inning, the bottom of the ninth. When it comes to underrated sneaky power, and you can hear his punches where it sounded like he could crack. Mikey was a real puncher. He was naturally heavy-handed to me. Who was just beating Truck Simpson as the other. Oh, that was Jahai Tucker. Yeah, that was Jahai Tucker. Shushu capping about really wanting the champions of the division. You think so? I don't think so. I just don't think it's fully up to him, Ty. Because like Shushu, I don't know, man. Like you ever look at his eyes, like he mean what he say. That kid want to prove that he is. I do think he want them guys. I don't think it's up to him. And I think it's okay because more experience could always be good for him, you know? But I feel you. But for me, I like Shushu. I think he a real one. Got to see him fight. He beat ass. Shout out to Smoke Dog. It's all good over here. We build with the family, man. And shout out to everybody pulling up for the second build of the day, man. We put in about close to 6 hours today, man. Shout out to the fam. Yeah, Tucker, nice. I was supposed to have him on. So you know what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys, I still got to reach back to and try to get him on here. I've been rocking with Jahai Tucker. Shit, I'll talk to Truck if he with it. I don't give a damn that he lost. So, because I know he ain't quitting on himself. I like the post that he put up. Dude ain't quitting. Look, losses come with this shit, man. It ain't gonna be easy, man. You just got to keep plugging away. And he's a prime example of I support a fighter win, lose, or draw. Truck Simpson will not get trashed on my platform ever. Nah, man. Like these dudes, boxing is just like we fans don't take into account how difficult this shit is, man. Like I got a pair of boxing gloves in here. Put some gloves on or wrap your hands, put some gloves on, throw some punches for a couple rounds and set it up for 3 minutes at a time and tell me how you feel. You get what I'm saying? Let alone now imagine somebody on the other end trying to knock your fucking head off after training for months for you. You got to slip punches, counter. You got to throw them back. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to take a shot. You got to have the conditioning. You got to have the mental makeup. Like think about the percentage in the world of individuals, men and women that box. The extremely small percentage of people. And that should let you know the difficulty of it. Because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Who the hell don't want to fight for half an hour, 30 minutes or so and come out with millions of dollars? If that shit was easy, how the fans be talking, they'd be doing that shit too. Boxing is by far one of the most physically demanding sports in the world, and you can't play it. MMA as well. That's why I respect them shits. Any sport that you can't play and you still expect it to go out there and fucking have fun, think about what I'm saying. You can't even play this sport, but they expect you to go out there and have fun. Think about that. Think about that. When you think about you usually having fun, it's not something that's dangerous, right? And sometimes it is. It comes with some danger, but think about the dangers that come with boxing from a fight-to-fight basis. And you expected to go out there and have fun and perform at the highest level in front of everybody with them watching you. People don't take into account. Try putting yourself in the shoes of a fighter. That's why I be asking fighters about their nerves. How did you feel for your pro debut and different things like that, man? You get a lot of, interesting mixed answers. Todd said she Daisy Green, my girl, but Savannah Marshall finished show folks while she top 5 pound for pound as far as women go. Look, I'm Jersey strong. Shadeja about to kick up. You hear me, Top? I'm going down with my girl. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw. I think she got it, man. It's all about her execution, yo, and believing in herself, letting her hands go,
and don't fall in a situation where you're getting outworked. Savannah Marshall, a little long body, olive oil built ass female, but Shadeja Green is Jersey strong. She coming for that shit. She hungry and she won it. And she felt like she let the world down when she lost to Franchine. I'm like, bullshit. And you would have beat Franchine fighting the way she fought in that last fight. Yeah, it did. So a more polished, more determined, Shadeja Green, more prepared, is going to get this dub Friday. Go get her. What it do? I'm betting Shakur gets a knockout. Shout out to you, man. Shakur, my guy. So, I'm rocking with all things. Core Truck is still a problem. He is. He's big Jersey all day, and I'm rooting for her. But it's a tough fight. It's a tough fight, Todd. But that's what she in it for. But shout out to everybody and McQueen, man. Close it out for me, my guy.
I'm rooting for Shadeja as well, but she got to be willing to work, man. She's a good counter puncher, got good power, but sometimes she's just waiting too long.
Right.
There's a fine line between being patient and just waiting too damn long.
Right.
And she generally falls on the other side of it. That's why she lost the franchise.
Matter of fact, we talk about her tomorrow too. We're gonna talk about Shadeja Green because I gotta make sure I give my girl her just due on her fight week. You know what I'm saying? Give her a nice thumbnail, put the champ up there. She coming to step on shit. And it's gonna be a prime example of how you rock with somebody, win, lose, or draw. I don't give a fuck about the result. I do to the extent I'm rooting for, want to see her win, want to see her be unified, all that shit. Because I know she gonna take it as far as she absolutely can. And to me, it seemed like since Savannah lost to Clarissa, you just don't hear about her. It's like you started hearing about her being in MMA and trying to do that where Clarissa was at. It kind of made me feel like once Clarissa exposed the fact that she wasn't better than her, I don't know if her passion for the sport slipped, but you just stopped hearing about her so much. So I just hope Shadeja Green crossed every T, dotted every I, and she ready to go. And I'm telling you, man, I'm rooting for her every step of the way. Oh, man. But again, man, shout out to the fan. Appreciate y'all. We got about 6 hours in the smash that like button if you haven't. I know we missing some likes. Sub to the channel if you new. You know what I mean? And shout out to Go Getter. Who else? Somebody else. Smoke Dog. Shout out to my guy. Appreciate all y'all, all the support. Everybody that supported the grind. I rock with y'all. We gonna keep building. And we'll be back for the next one, man. He said, I got 30 on Zepeda. Yeah, man. I think Core gonna win. Ace. So I'll take your bet, bro. I'll take your bet. Even though I don't like betting you, I just think you just do that just to support Ace. You ain't slick. Ace be making bets at a disadvantage and don't even care. Bro, that's how I always look at that. I think he just be wanting to support, bro. Bro just got make up a reason. Let's bet this. He just be trying to support, man. That's my guy, and I appreciate you, bro. And we closing in on that 10K, y'all. We about 150 away. Let's keep being great. Let's keep growing this platform. Shout out to all the moderators in the chat. Shout out to everybody that continues to rock out with me. Second build in the books. It's all good, Ty. It's all good. I know what you mean. That's how I came across Shadeja, yo. Putting hands on men. And you, my guy, I've been caught on to that. I said, bro always take like the underdog just to, you know what I'm saying? And it'd be like some for sure damn near outcomes, but you never know. Now, Zepeda could pull it off, and if he do, you definitely get paid. But respect to Zepeda. I'm glad he took the fight, but I'm Jersey all the way. Shakur got a job to do. He got business to stand on, and it starts with Zepeda, or it continues with Zepeda Saturday. So let's be great. Appreciate y'all. Much love to the family. I'll see all y'all tomorrow at 4 p.m., and we going to keep it pushing, y'all. So I found out the hard way. Yeah, Ty. Oh, yeah. Shout out to the homie Ty, man. Hit that like button on the way out. Continue to support me, and I'm going to continue to grind for the family. We out. Peace.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. .4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.